Welcome, Wapham crew, guys, gals, ghouls, friends, fiends, foes. Anyone who may be listening out there beyond the Omniverse tonight, secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, March 2nd, Sunday, March 3rd for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. Super exciting news. We're actually back on YouTube. So if you don't know, in the past, we actually had a little moment with our friend Lorian Fenton, and generally it takes a while for YouTube to go and find things, but yeah, they that very night found something as far as medical misinformation, exactly what they're talking about, probably something to do with the C word, and yeah, we were blocked for a while, so we're back. So yeah, super excited about that. Yay, I'm super happy. But yeah, thank you for joining me on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and we are broadcasting live from the Mile High Clubhouse tonight. Awesome week so far. It's been very windy here this week. It's been hard to try to keep the Nissan on the road, but yeah, hopefully this wind will shortly go away and we'll get back to some normal weather. But on a good note, it's actually been nice and warm for us here in the Four Corners area and wherever that little swath of wind has been going. But yeah, it's been nice. Spring is coming up pretty soon. I believe the vernal equinox is on the 19th, and I believe that's when spring begins, or shortly after. I'm not quite sure. I know Easter's on the 31st. But yeah, super exciting. Warm welcoming. So if you're listening to us live right now, you may be listening to us on KPNL Radio, which you can find at KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. You can also find us live on eTalk Radio, which you can find at etalk.tv/radio. We're also live on Spreaker, and you can find us at Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media, and that's SPREAKER.com. We Are Paradox Media, as well as YouTube. Our YouTube is back up and running again. Good news. And Facebook under We Are Paradox Media, as well as Four Corners Paranormal Investigations. If you want to listen to us in your free time, whether you're working it, or working out, just tune in basically wherever you listen to your podcast. But in case you're curious, Spreaker.com, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Facebook, CastBox, Tumblr, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser, Podvine, Podbean, Owltail.com, VLC, GeoSarn, Amazon Music, and Audible Music or Media. And we also have our friend, Mr. Jonathan Alexander. He's been working on getting a channel together for us, which would be worldwide, where people could watch 24/7. So whether it's our past shows that we've had on or live shows, like all of that would be available. Super excited about that. So I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight is Psychic Saturday with Psychic Chris Garcia, and he still hasn't shown up yet, so I hope he's doing okay. But just to fill you in as far as who Psychic Chris Garcia is, he's a psychic, medium, empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God-given gifts since the young age of 5. Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunting and paranormal month. He is also a shaman healer and very into his native roots. And I don't know if you've seen past shows with Psychic Chris Garcia on, but before, like, he's blown me away so many times, especially when it comes to people I know. And he says certain things as far as one of my friends, she went through a First Nations people ceremony, and he was talking about being given an eagle feather, and that actually was in the works to happen. So that was very intriguing. Let me get back over here and message him really quick and see where he's at. Let me turn off the volume. I just realized I forgot to turn off my bitty boomer. So let me just reach down and do that really quick. Before it scares me, sometimes I leave it on and it makes that noise that it just made, and I'm just like, holy shnikes. Yeah, it can trip me up sometimes. Maybe I'll call him really quick and see where he's at. I don't know. So we have an individual up here watching. Thank you for watching from We Are Paradox Media on Facebook. So glad you could join us. And you're in for a treat tonight. Chris Garcia is amazing. So let me see if I can call him. I don't want to camera call him, but let me just pull him up really quick. So yeah, how have you been doing? If you weren't here when I announced it, we are on YouTube. So if you don't mind, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, mosey on over there and please subscribe, like any video that you've watched or listened to, and leave us a comment as far as anyone you'd like to see us have on our show. So let me just make sure that... Okay, I'm going to voice call him really quick. See where he's at. I'm wondering if, like, maybe he took a nap or something and overslept, because he's usually here at least 10 minutes early. Oh no. Sorry for the silence over there on Spreaker or wherever you may be listening on your podcast. Got a little snag happening. Trying to get our boy on the line. He's not answering there. Let me try one of his other ones. Now, when I sent the link for tonight's show, I sent it to all of his accounts that I've known of in the past. Like for me, I've only like one account. So, but I've known people that have like lost access to their account, whether it's like they've been hacked or something, or whatever might happen. Hello. But yeah, everybody's piling up over here on We Are Paradox Media. And if you guys don't know, like I said before, our YouTube is back up and running, so super excited about that. Hey, Jason. Doing good. How are you? Just trying to find Chris. I don't know where he's at, so I'm trying to get a hold of him so we can get on with the show. Oh, man. There's been some really crazy stuff going on out there. I don't know about you guys, if like your paranormal activity has been kicking up. All kinds of that. UFO sightings. Super Bowl. There were some pretty interesting things going on with that. Good to hear, Jason. Glad things are good on your end. I'm going to just try him by regular phone, just in case. Let me go to my contacts. Yeah, now I'm worried. Where's Chris at? Not cheese. Chris. Chris Garcia. Oh no. Really weird dreams too. We were talking about that last week. If you didn't, hey, what's up? We're supposed to be doing a show right now. I was just worried about you, making sure you were okay. Okay. See you soon. And bye. Forgot. It's okay. I totally understand, like, with what he's been going through with the loss of his mom and stuff, like, things can get, or whatnot with the loss of a parent. I lost my first parent when I was 5, almost 6. She was killed by a drunk driver, and then my dad in my early 20s, and he actually lived longer than the doctor said that he would live. As a parent, like it can be very difficult, very hard to go through. Yeah, send out positive energy, love and prayers to Chris Garcia. He's really epic, outstanding guy, and he could use all the positive energy in the world. So if you could send that out, that'd be great. Um, in the meantime, maybe my UFO sighting. I have some video on my Google Drive. I'm gonna have to turn off my echo cancellation. To go and do that. Yeah, let me get up in here real quick. Let me get up in this and pull up this video. Like, this blew me away. So I don't even have to go anywhere to go see UFOs. Like, all I have to do is go out to my backyard, and there they are. So it's pretty interesting to see that. It's mind blowing if you're not expecting it. And let me turn this off. Get away. It'll be in my drive. What the heck? Make sure I'm in the right one. Yeah. Computers. If not, if I can't find it over here, which is weird because I just shared it, I'm planning on going to the Colorado MUFON site and actually moving it there. Let me look in my folder. I know it's 3 in a row. Show more files. This could be back 64865. I think this is it. Let me pull it up. I was just watching a video a little bit ago that was about cringe couples online or whatever, and that one emo song. Tonight will be the night I fall in love with you. It's very funny. Let me make sure that's the right one. Like I said, I got my little cheat sheet going on over here. This is the book we'll be reading tomorrow. So I figured I'd put that on display. So 1864, that is it. Close this out, go back over here. Oh, there's Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry,
Welcome.
I forgot all about today. My mind is on other shit today.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I completely understand because, losing parents is really hard. And, once it starts to catch up with you, like, you'll forget things or get caught up in different things. And I don't know. I know I was super space Casey when I lost my my dad especially because I was older when that happened. But yeah, I'm not mad. I was
Yeah,
just telling everybody send out positive energy because we can all really use that right now. And I'm glad you're here. I was
yeah.
about to
I'm
watch my
sorry.
UFO videos.
I just forgot all about it. I was like what? I was like, what's going on? I was like, I was like, what's? So I was like, this is so weird. I was like, but I mean, that's not like me. So I guess it's just, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I can't explain that shit. That's weird. Just saying. But but I'm glad I'm on, and I can't even look for the live. I don't even. I'm trying to look for it. I guess it's just, I don't know. Weird. Trying to
It should
check.
be on We Are Paradox Media and Four Corners Paranormal Investigations. Um,
No, it's
and we're back on YouTube. I'm super excited. I reconnected it again like I always do, but then I was like, okay, well, maybe this is a false flag or whatever. Um, and then I got up in there and it went off without a hitch as far as like saying it's connected, everything's working out. But it's been 2 months. Like I got booted off, I think it was December 31st or December
mm,
30th, one of those. And I was only supposed to be off for a month, but it took over 2 months to get back on.
that's weird because I can't even find you. I'm looking on Facebook and it's nothing on there.
Hmm.
Not, maybe you have to
Are
check
you looking
share it
on
and
We're Paradox Media?
yeah, I can't find it. I'm serious. As
Huh.
if I'm losing my
Yeah,
mind. Yeah.
yeah, there's
It
been
says that
weird things
we're hacked.
happening with.
I can't see who's in the comments. I can't even look at that. That's like weird. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. I tell you.
Let me see if I can find it and send it to you.
Yeah, because I wanted to, so I can see the comments if somebody had something else to ask me, I guess. And then it was funny because as you were calling me, I was just about to eat a sandwich, but I just won't eat the sandwich. I'll probably eat it when we go to break or something. But I was like, what is going on? And then I didn't even think about the date because I don't have nothing to do. So I was like, otherwise I would have probably already said it because I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a shorter day. But yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Um, shoot.
Yeah,
Let me put it at Chris Garcia.
yeah, I'm looking on Facebook and nothing weird. Unless,
Yeah, it's
well,
not
it's kind of
online.
where
Oh, there
this
it
is
is.
so
I just tagged you in it. Now I did it. I wasn't sure if you were following that page. So, um, friend's profile, pull you up right there. And I did a little post earlier too that had the link on it for everybody to go to. I
it's not
was able to tag
nothing.
you in it, but it's taken a while for me to find you over here. Maybe go back
That's
to
weird. I'm
the
telling you,
regular
it's one of those.
profile and then go
Yeah,
to.
yeah, because I'm like, and then I
I
said,
don't know if
oh,
you heard or not. Last week there was not only AT&T but Verizon were down, and just a week before that, um, some FBI agent was saying that we were basically in China's sights for um, hacking, and
I'm trying.
yeah, that happened. Let me see. I was able to share it there. Let me try again over here. Trying to make sure I send it to the right profile.
Yeah, if you did, because I'm on Messenger and nothing's popping up, not even on that.
Oh, let me
Which
try it
profile did you
there.
on? Which which profile are you on?
Um, I did the one with the blue background and the glowing letters, but now I'm okay. Okay, now I see you on there. I just send it to your messenger.
Okay. Oh man, I can't even go. I can't even click on it. This is so weird.
It's those damn Allens.
Yeah, it's not showing up. Okay. I guess why I won't be able to see anything because I can't see that. Because I'm looking for it and nothing's popping up. Okay, there you go. Oh no, it's not.
It
That's
might
just
take a
showing
little
messages.
bit
Yeah, well maybe
because
that's just showing.
even when Vern's sitting right next to me, it takes to get something I send to him. But Jason Boyd from YouTube, hearing anything from you about his life course for the next 5 months or so, or 5 years or so.
That is weird. Watch it pop up. See, I
Yeah, and I
don't
did
see it
share it
on.
to your page too. So I shared it to 2 of your pages, so that should be good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
that's
nothing looks like that for that. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy because I'm like, where the hell am I at? I'm invisible. I'm
what the
invisible.
heck is happening? No, dude,
Right?
like I was saying, like things have been so weird with the electronics and stuff recently.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I know I heard about
insanity.
that. But see, I have AT&T. But see, when they had that issue, my phone was working. My phone was working fine. So, um, I don't know. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, weird. Like, really weird.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just give us a second there, Mr. Jason Boyd. We'll get to you shortly. We're just trying to figure some stuff out really quick. Don't give up on us.
Hmm.
And my computer's being weird too because I'm trying to turn up the volume on my earbuds and it's like, no, can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. I'm like,
That's why
Chris
you
is so
don't
soft
silence.
spoken. You need to turn up the volume really quick. But hey, have you noticed there's no echo? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's
I
calling?
made that echo my bitch.
Yeah.
Volume mixer, let's go over here.
Yeah. I just don't see it. This is weird. This is the
Did you
first
look
time
on
I
your
ever
page where
had
I
it.
shared it?
No, if you send it on Messenger, it says this attachment is unavailable. I click on it. There's nothing there. You have to probably
Okay,
go
I
to
might
the
have to go
feed
in.
on the feed because
Yeah,
it's
I might
not showing.
like make
Yeah.
sure it's available for everybody to
Yeah. It's not showing
share and
anything. This
listen
is weird.
to.
I'll just keep scrolling until I just see pop up.
Hmm. See, and the sound thing is being weird too. Like I keep turning it up to 100 and it keeps turning it down. Like, why is it doing that?
I don't have the slightest clue.
Things is quite wonky all around.
Yeah. It's like I can't even find her live.
Yeah, and when I'm looking at this
So,
live, it's looking crazy too.
what do you mean?
Just my camera looks fuzzy. Vern was saying he was having issues getting his computer connected too, so hopefully it just slowly but surely works its way out. Work it out.
Yeah, because I was like, this is just so weird. I was like, why can't I see it? I mean, is there people in chat? Because I can't see nothing. I can only see you.
Yeah, like I said, we have our friend over here, Mr. Jason Boyd from YouTube. Oh, he said it affected Cricket Wireless too. I think AT&T owns Cricket, or it could be Verizon. But anywho, he was wondering, can I get a reading from Chris about my life course for the next 5 years or so?
This is so weird. I mean, I can still see it, but I just won't be able to see nothing in chat because it's not popping up. It's like we're not even on there. It's like
Yeah, and
it's
maybe when we go to break, you'll be able to get off and redo it. Another thing that I found out, because I was able to get rid of the echo because I talked to people at StreamYard, and I was like, I've tried everything, this echo won't go away. And they said, just push on the echo cancellation button, which every video I've watched said, don't use echo cancellation, it'll mess up your sound. And as soon as I did it, it was fixed. But yeah, do you think we can give Jason a reading really quick?
yeah. Well, I just can't see him, but I just can't see him.
Yeah, he's just in the chat. He's not on video. Yeah, he's in the chat, and he was just wondering if he could get a reading about his life course for the next 5 years or so.
Oh, this is so weird. So we have the first card is financial support, child, government check. So I think there's like a check coming through. Um, I feel like there might be some money and other issues coming up with money as well. Do you have a divine feminine energy? Do you? What? It is
I'm
still
still
live?
here. I just put you solo because you're doing the reading.
Oh, I was
No,
like, oh my
I'm still
god.
here. I just put you solo because you're doing the reading.
Oh, I was like, okay, so you have the divine feminine card coming up. So you have the feminine energy, which is the universe is on your side, is getting kind of guide you the different cycles of what you're gonna go through. There's a desire, sexual chemistry. There's a lot of energy there. So there's just a lot of attraction. Is what I see with this card. See how it's got the tongue and nip, so it's kind of. But basically, it's like there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, and then whatever you're projecting is from days, months, weeks. So whatever energy that you're trying to project, trying to be like right now, live in the now. Now it might take a while for certain things to project. So you might be projecting right now, but it might take a few days or weeks before it actually gets in effect until you start seeing an outcome. So that means your road opener is about to appear. You also have the crushed card coming up, which is sad, broken, and feeling alone. So you've always been like an outcast and just saying, I'm just, you just feel like you're just left out. Like there's nobody that cares. The circle is getting actually more smaller than normal. So that's what I see for now, unless you want to come alive, I don't know. But other than that, I want to say within the next few weeks, you'll be surprised what's gonna come up. Whatever it is, you're gonna see a big difference. Um, but yeah, that's what I see there. So now I don't know if he's had any questions. As far as we're trying to figure out this crazy thing, I even looked in the corners of paranormal, and there's nothing there. It's like there's no damn video. This is what's so weird. I don't know what's going on. I know it's on Unless it's on her end or Facebook end, or they could have been suspended her page and weird. I don't get it. This is the first, even though I'm going through a lot. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm sensing there. So Jason, did you hear what I said? I don't know if he got a response.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear if he says anything. Excuse me.
I'm trying to figure out what.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We said, okay, thanks a lot. And you were very accurate about being slash feeling alone.
That's probably what what's going on. Um, I think there's a lot of stuff going on, whatever the case may be. But I feel like there's been a lot of change, and you're gonna have to adjust. And whatever is in the now, I feel that you have to project more because you're gonna have to work harder for what you want. I don't know why I'm being told that, but I feel that you're gonna have to work harder for what you want. So and that's what I'm being told as of now.
And,
See, who this is?
and what deck are you using for this?
Huh?
Which deck are
What
you
is it?
using?
The situations, intuitive, envisioned, one of the
Nice.
ones. These are very nice cards. I've used them for a while, but there is some weird stuff, and I'm trying to figure out why I was told to get those, but that's what just came out, because, like I said, I guess my mind is just on other things, um, and I completely forgot about the damn show, so I guess I'm just grieving, but
It's
at the
okay.
same, yeah, it's weird, like, this is not like me, but maybe it's just, as the days go, become days, months, you know, and it seems like it's hard,
Yeah.
and I guess it's affecting me because I was doing a lot of stuff earlier, um, so there must be some kind of manifestation in the air. It has nothing to do with me. I think it's just like trying to be a block or something that just doesn't want me to remember, I guess. Um, but I guess everyone that knows that I'm usually on time and stuff like that, so you gotta excuse, a lot of things that are going on with me. So, so if there is something going on,
Definitely
see,
a hard
huh?
process to go through. It's definitely a hard
Well,
process to go through, you know.
yeah,
Like for me, like with my dad, I knew for a very long time, the age of 16, his doctor said that he only had a couple years left. So, you have to prepare. And he actually lived like 5 or more years longer than that. And even if you have time to prepare, it's still so hard, because my dad was my best friend. And I'm pretty sure your mom was your best friend. And it's hard to break habits. Like, I don't know how long it took me to get past like picking up the phone and calling him. And it took the phone ringing to the point where, he wouldn't answer. And then I'd be like, oh, yeah, he's not there anymore. Different things like that.
mm-hmm, yeah. But like right now, this is just so weird. I can't believe it. I know that as far as like I don't know what you call that voice memo, that voice where you can hear us on the speaker.com. That we can probably hear me, but as far as like seeing me, it's like we're not even there. Weird. Like I'm looking at my Facebook on all my phones, and we're not even on Paramount TV. It's like we're just invisible. Like if you don't believe me, look. Usually we would be right about here, and we're not even on the screen. So that is
Yeah,
weird.
let me go over there really quick and just double check it.
Maybe if you share it on Paradox Media, maybe you didn't share it and you probably didn't know. Because I mean, I know that you're using on top of things, so now if it's not shown on there and it shows on test on your end because it's your page, then I don't know.
It's saying it's being blocked.
I know that's what I'm telling you. We're blocked from being on
And that's
video.
on
So the
Facebook.
shit.
So let me go and find the YouTube link and share that with you, and people can get on that way.
Yeah,
I'm submitting a dispute right now.
that is so weird though.
Yeah, I just got
Mm,
off block from YouTube. Now they're blocking me on Facebook.
what?
Damn you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Maybe we said a little too much in the past.
No, it's a music thing.
And that's probably why I can't find you. Because you said that you shared it on my main feed, but it says this contact is not available. Yeah, it's like it's not even there. See, this contact is not available. Right there, I'm looking at it in the fine print.
Yep.
That's weird.
All right, so let me go on over to my YouTube and get that
See
shared to you. Our Facebook peeps. This is so weird.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
We have
Yeah,
3 people over
so
here. Hey, Adrian. Good to see you. Blessings and love, Jason. Thank you so much for sending your question. Okay, I just found it. Let me share this right now.
I'm telling you, Facebook is being something's up.
Yeah, not only is, I don't know if you heard, but Mark Zuckerberg is actually building a huge old, like, underground, his secret evil lair, an underground bunker for some apparent reason. And he's been in all kinds of trouble with the government. And now they're saying, like, the music I use is licensed and unavailable. Like, I pay for my music and have permissions for all my music. And the only thing I played so far was my intro. So that's ridiculous.
Wow. Okay, well maybe if somebody can share their link if they can see, because I can't see myself. It's like we're not even have to delete this.
Okay, so I'm posting this right now. There's post.
Because I wanted to share it, so for the it's so weird.
Yeah, let me go on here and send this to you in Messenger.
And see if it goes
I
through.
just shared it on Weirdia. I have to go back to my page to be able to send this in Messenger to you. Sorry, everybody that's watching for the hoopla. Mark Zuckerberg is trying to mess up our shenanigans over here. If it ain't one thing, it's another, it seems.
Yeah. Okay. So then I guess I'll share this, but now it shows that we're on YouTube, but you have to click on it now. I don't know if they have to subscribe or. This is just so weird. But usually we can find
So
them
you
right
did
on
find the YouTube
Facebook.
link?
Yeah, that is showing up because it's just a screenshot.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to click on it
The, yeah,
on
and
the
then you can
YouTube
hear
link.
us and be able to ask questions and stuff. Okay, so let me make sure I go over here and share the link as well. We're just going to get rid of the Facebook thing. That is so weird. Damn you,
Telling
Mark
you.
Zuckerberg.
I'm telling you, this is fucking weird. Like I don't even get why this is even happening. I don't get it. Now, unless we go on break and it shows up later. I mean, I don't know. This is just so
Probably
weird.
not. It said, when I looked at it, it said that we were being blocked because of music.
What? What music?
Um, I'm not sure what it is, but like I said, like every song is given to me as far as rights, or I've paid for it. You know, like the intro song. That's the only thing I've played so far. But yeah, I just shared the link in the chat over there so they can use that link to call us. Man,
Yep.
let me go back over here and what a freaking pain in the arse. No
Yeah.
wonder you couldn't find it. It's funny I had to click on it to see, like it said.
Watch it pop up later, maybe. But we're always using it on live. So when we're on break, I would usually find it. I was on the four corners, not even on that. So I'm like, what? How can we be on? And it's not showing up. It just doesn't make sense.
So weird.
Yeah, you're telling me. I don't know what the hell happened, but
I'm
now
sorry,
I don't feel
Chris.
so bad.
Right?
Like, like whatever it is, there's
That
something
is
wrong.
so odd.
Hmm.
So yeah, you
But
guys are gonna have to go to the tube of you to see this stuff. Oh man. Yeah, I did share
yeah,
the
but
link in the post and everything, just so people know.
this is so weird. So they must have blocked you on contact, but that is weird. Wow. I just say I'm being watched. That's all I gotta say. It must have been something I said.
Me too.
I mean, because you usually I can
Not
usually
only
find
has
it on
YouTube
here.
been on my ass, now Facebook's on my ass too. We just can't do nothing right, can we, Chris? Or maybe we are doing it right, and that's why they're blocking us. Because I don't know if you know, they're trying to censor us, and it's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. But guess what? They don't like what a lot of us are saying, and they don't like that we're onto them and all the shit they're trying to pull.
Okay, okay. Well, I won't be able to see the comments, so you're gonna have to read that. But
Maybe you
yeah,
can open up the YouTube link on your. I'll let you know if
yeah,
any chat comes through, and I'll show it on the screen. That way you can see it too.
yeah. Because this is so weird. Like, and the thing about this has never
So no, I
happened. So I'm like, this is weird. Just saying.
yeah, it's funny
Like,
because like I said, I was only supposed to be blocked off YouTube for a month. They took me off for over 2, and I even messaged them last week like, why am I still grounded from YouTube? Like it was only supposed to be 30 days, and then all of a sudden this week I was able to get on last week, but this week I'm able to. So they blocked me for over 60 days. Oh,
that's
I
weird.
don't
I can see
know.
myself on YouTube. I don't know, but
Yeah,
like
I should just have
hey,
this thing over my mouth.
I guess so. I mean, you might as well go back to wearing a mask if that's what they're doing. What they're
Mhm.
doing is I can't even talk. Symbolically, they're putting a mask over their mouth and saying, "You're not going to be on Facebook. You're not going to be on this platform. You're not going to be seen. We're going to shut you up because." you're exposing us, so we're gonna shut you out on the main social media. And it's like what they're doing is, and I've already predicted this way back then, that later on that they were gonna get so bad that all the social media that we used to be on, that we might not even have to be able to go on streaming, or we might have to go to direct on our page and go live. That's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be good in a way, but then it's also gonna be bad because
Ooh,
say if people want to come on with me and you, there's only gonna be able to be just
that's
one, and there's gonna be four people, and that's it. Four people, because I've done that on my own Facebook, and there's only four people. Once people have to switch, take turns for them to
just
come
gave me an
on, because
idea. Instead of
but
doing it on my Weird Paradox Media, I'm going to put it on my own page.
maybe that might help. I don't know if
See if
that
that
might.
helps
Yeah, you might just
for
try
our
it.
Facebook peeps, because I know it's hard to go from one media to the other because people are so used to using one, but um, I don't know. This is so weird.
And I might say what's funny was where you're doing that, since I've had exposed a lot of stuff. I know if you know Lynn, I did a lot of stuff 3 days ago, and you talking about a lot of stuff. Um, is it possible that they were monitoring me? They could have suspended my Facebook, and I
Mm-hmm.
might not be aware of it. But if they're doing that for the people that are paying StreamYard, other platforms, different networks, it's gonna be a problem for people, and they're gonna be disappointed because we're paying all this money, and we can't go on
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard, and you're blocking us on our own Facebook page. What's wrong with that? Like, what are y'all doing? And the only thing I can feel that is, I feel like we're getting closer to what they don't want us to know, what we already know. And for the FYI, I won't tell you where this was said, but I will tell you this. It's gotten to the point where me and a friend have talked. We talked about this 3 nights ago. We are going to go to war with Russia, and China's
Yeah.
going to be involved in this. Yes, with China. People are not aware of this, but so
My kids just came home. So my son came home the other day and said, "Mom, uh, I just found out in school today that we're going to go to World War III." And I'm like, "Who told you this?" Because I've been talking about this. We've been talking about this on the show for how long? Forever. And
yeah.
they actually to the kids in school this last week, and before I could talk to them and him about this and then talk to his little sister. He had told her as they're on the bus, and so she's like, "Mom, Floyd told me we're gonna go to World War III," and she's super freaked out. And it's like if they're at the point where they're telling our kids in school, like this stuff is getting serious.
hmm and it's getting bad because you would sit there and wonder, like, what are they doing? I feel that the people that are spreading the knowledge, it's gonna be a time where we're not even gonna be able to see each
They're trying
other.
to silence us.
Yeah, and they've been, and maybe they found a way to get through, even though it's on social media. They're little by little. I think they're gonna, and I'm not just saying it's gonna affect you, because it's gonna affect everyone. Um, what they're gonna do is shut us down, and I hope this doesn't come true, but I feel it will. That we're gonna go back into the old days where if you want to talk, guess what? Pen, paper, start writing what you want, and it's gonna be like a whole damn paragraph. People are gonna have to go back to start writing letters and sending them in the mail, and how to talk. Because sooner or later we ain't gonna have no phones left. We're paying for them. And
It's
someone told me
interesting.
this, and it scared me because you know what someone told me. A very good friend of mine said they're gonna hit these damn satellites. One particular up in space. They're gonna shoot this shit down, and all that video that we've known, that we've seen for many, many, many years, we're gonna be like with a black screen. You're not gonna be able to see. You're gonna be able to be. You might be able to be heard, but it's just gonna take a long time before they, when they blow it out of space. I have a weird feeling that when they shoot it out of space, the particles will be floating in mid space, and when it gets closer to the Earth, there's gonna be things that are gonna hit the from way up there, from way down here, and it's gonna
Mhm.
hit certain part of the state depending where the pieces are going. They're gonna be like big chunks of metal, and people are gonna get hurt because one machine, a satellite, is it's huge. We don't even know how they are and how big they are, but they probably weigh a ton when they're all together. But if you start taking pieces by pieces, that's a lot of damage that you have floating in midair. Like it's like trash that's flying midair. But when it starts getting closer to the Earth, what's gonna happen? What part is it gonna hit? What if it hits the ocean? What if it hits a main or intersection
Mhm.
road with all this metal? What are they gonna do? It's gonna take a ton for someone to even move it. If it's still intact, they're gonna have to probably get an 18-wheeler just to drag this thing out of the way so they can get the traffic back and running. And that's what I see. I feel like it's gonna do some major damage, and people will get hurt from this. Just the thought of that, just for 1 second, and just grasping what I just said, you're thinking, no, this can't happen. There's just no way. It can't happen. There's just no way. It's way the hell up there. Why are they gonna shoot it? There's other satellites that we're not aware
No,
of.
seriously, like,
And those
and that's what Trump, President Trump, he was talking about, like with the, we need a sector of the military for space defense. And maybe he was talking about aliens, but I do believe he was talking about China and Russia or whatever, like people that have their satellites up there too. And, they've been working on Star Wars forever. Like, remember when people used to spontaneously combust in their houses and stuff like that? They've been
yeah,
working on this space technology for a very long time. And now China and Russia, they have their stuff up there and they're ready to shoot our stuff down. They already hacked us and messed up our phone service for 1 day and not even a whole day, just a matter of a couple hours. People were flipping out. So I don't know.
mhm.
Like, I think that is how it's all going to start is with our cell
Social
phones and
media.
our computers and our internet service.
That's scary just because you don't know how much people take life so granted. It could change in a minute. And if people need to call 911, not even that's gonna work. So they're gonna have to go to the hospital just to get there. How are you gonna call the ambulance if somebody's going through something? You can't. And we don't have the proper equipment, to take care of the person depending on what they're going through at that time. If they get shot, do we have the equipment? No, because all the people in the ambulance have that stuff until they get to the hospital. So just think for just a second and grasp what I just said. And the first words you're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like that. Just grasping and sucking all that information what we just said. That is some serious shit. This is not a joke, people. This is real shit that's gonna happen. And the thing about it is, they might shut Tessa and try to shut me down on the platform on Facebook. But guess what? You can't shut us up forever because we're gonna get through with God's will and God's name. God's gotta make it happen. It says we're gonna fight. So it's like evil fighting with good again. So I think there's gonna be a lot of spiritual people. A lot of people are gonna go chaotic. People are just gonna go ballistic. Um, and they might even shut the wireless. You know how like when you pay for the credit card, what do you think is gonna happen at the stores? You want to start robbing TVs, bikes, anything electronic, and they're gonna say, you know what, we might not have the internet, but when it comes back up, we're gonna steal this shit. What does that do to Walmart and all these big stores, Best Buy? They don't have the capacity to maintain all these people and tell them, no, don't grab this. They can have a gun and you're gonna give me what I said, and you're gonna do what I'm gonna tell you because you can't call 911. So what are you going to do? Are you gonna rather risk yourself and get shot, and just let them go and say, you know what, we don't have internet anyway, but when they do, we just have the barcode and scan the shit. So they're gonna know that when they get the activation, they're gonna know it's stolen. But just the thought of me just grasping all that, even
Yes.
just with me, it scares me. And being an intuitive person, it hasn't really hit me yet what I just said. Like, I'm saying it, but it's not me saying it. It's spirit through me saying this to you guys. Chris is not right. Chris is not here. His guides are here at this point in time and telling you this, that we will end up going to war. Are we ready financially? I don't think so. Too much inflammation. Everything takes money. If things don't work through credit cards, how are you going to get it? Cash. And if you don't have cash, then you're going to be able to buy shit. And if they do shut everything down, it's going to get to a point where they're going to shut our electricity down. Where does that come from?
Mm-hmm. Well, I
Our
was
power
talking
bill.
to Vern about that. 'Cause, like, I'm walking around all the time, and I'm not stressing myself out about this situation that we've been knowing about for a long time. But I do think about it every day. Like, what are ways that I can prepare, to keep us healthy and safe and whatever. And I talked to Vern about I want to build a bunker, that would make me feel safe. Also, we need to stock up on bullets and we need to stock up on food and all this other stuff. And quite often Vern will look at me and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I told him I'm not scared, but I'm worried because I don't know if I've told you about my patriarchal blessing, but it said that I would be here for the end of times. And I'm pretty sure I did tell you about this, and that I'd be a leader among women. And I think it goes further than that. But I do believe that we're going to hear for that, and we're going to see a lot of stuff, and shit's going to get really hairy and scary. I don't know. It's going to be a really scary predicament, but I think we're going to get through it for the most part. I know a lot of people won't. Um, yeah, it is scary. And it's coming, and we've been talking about this for years. We don't know what it is, but something's coming. We have talked about World War III and China and Russia and the USA all fighting. And I don't know if you know this, but just recently, I believe it was Sweden and somebody else just joined NATO, which that pisses off Putin.
Oh my god, I heard that too. Somebody was talking about that too. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm. He
that's
hates that.
scary.
And supposedly, that's why the whole war between Russia and Ukraine happened, was because Ukraine was talking about joining NATO, but supposedly there's something else that happened because, they've been saying all along this was an unprovoked war and Russia just started attacking them, but supposedly Ukraine did something to cause this to happen. I'm not sure what exactly that was and if that's true because, we talk about propaganda in other countries like vagina in Russia and stuff like that, but we get propaganda too, and look at how we're being silenced all the time. I had to change it from We Are Paradox Media to my own personal feed because they're trying to silence me. Not just on YouTube, finally got back on there tonight, but on Facebook too. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to freedom of
Well,
speech?
that doesn't apply to us. That just doesn't
No.
apply anymore. All our rights, whoop, out the door.
Yeah.
That, that alone sarcasm
On that note,
reading.
Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, no
And,
worries. Uh,
and I'm telling you, it's just so sad that all the rights that we have, they're out the door. It's done. And who's got the last laugh? They do. But if we fight as a nation,
right.
fight as a nation, as we fight as a nation, we can do it. But we're gonna struggle through these bump roads that we gotta get to. Whatever they're gonna take to try to shut down a power grid, and hopefully by that time, who knows? Maybe they have extra power that they're gonna plug in the whole damn United States. And if they get a hold of that, then I don't know. That's why I think a lot of movies now that we're watching, people don't realize that they have been the producers that have made these movies that are out in theaters. They have tried to tell us warnings, but are we really paying attention, or are we just watching the see the movie at the theater,
Right.
thinking nothing of it? But as we go through everyday life, some of
Mm.
that stuff that's
There's
on the
messages in
movie,
there.
exactly, exactly. So, so if you start seeing movies that have to do with the world and they have it in the theater, start paying attention to the background because I think the producers they're risking their
See,
job, they're
um,
risking they're risking their job on the line to expose what's going on.
yeah, did you see that movie? Like, I heard a lot about it, and then I finally rented it and watched it. And I was telling Vern about it last night. The Leave the World Behind. Like, not only is it about shit that's actually happening, even that scene where they're taking out the city, like that's going to be happening here in our bigger cities. They're going to take out the population of bigger cities, so we're easier to control. With smaller numbers, we're easier to control. But I don't know if you know about that movie Leave the World Behind, but the executive producers on this movie is Barack and Michelle Obama. Like, that's crazy. And there's other movies too. Man, I'm trying to think of another one I watched recently. It's just showing different scenarios about how this could really happen. The smart cars all going and blocking the roadways for people to escape, our internet shutting down, television
That's
service, cell
scary.
phones,
That
regular phones,
yeah,
etc. I got the
that is scary.
goosebumps.
I know, me too. And that just processing what you just said is like an oh shit moment. Like it's just a matter of time before it happens. And just the fact that I'm just, but yeah,
I know.
it's just a
Look at my
guy.
chicken skins.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy is that we have been saying this for many years, and you people think Chris is crazy. Tess does not don't know what the hell we're talking about. Newsflash, people! What we said and what we said, it's coming out to be true. So get that, some coffee, snap out of it, and start paying attention to broadcasts or podcasts on different platforms and shows that talk about the stuff like this. So if
Right?
y'all people are just
It's a
sleeping on
good
your
thing. Get your mind right. Let's go, people. It's go time. No, we
of
gotta start
course.
prepping. Like, start getting like rice and beans. If you don't like beans, get used to it. Buy a road atlas instead of depending on Google Maps. Like, there's different things you can wear. Stock up on all kinds of goods. Get a generator. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but a lot of feed stores, generator after generator after generator. There's small ones, there's medium ones, there's big ones, like tons of them. All the feed for the animals is gone because everybody's stocking up. The smart ones that are listening, are watching, are knowing like something's about to go down. And I like, okay, there's just one thing I have to say about war happening here. So you know how there's been the whole border thing going on, and there's all these people, mostly not Mexicans, there's people from China, there's people from oh man, Guatemala, all these different places, Africa, so many different places coming here, and there's been millions of them come across our borders. And there hasn't been a big stink race. Like, they're allowing it. Now all of a sudden, supposedly, that's not an issue anymore. But there's enough military-aged men here now that have the opportunity. Well, if you join the military, you can gain your citizenship. Well, when I joined the military, there was 2 girls that were there. They were twins, really cute, but they were from Africa. And they were there. They were going to get their citizenship by joining the military. Well, that's what they're going to do, because guess what? Any Tom, Dick, or Harry, or a female or whatever that is from this country, that is a part of the military, and they're told to go against their own people, America, they're not going to do it. So that's why they're okay with all of these foreigners coming in from out of the country, because then they can recruit them into the military, and then they have no issue with objecting us to things that our own people wouldn't. That's one of the really scary parts as well.
Yeah, and I think it's just, people are not paying attention, and they're sitting there eating their bonbons and coffee or chips, whatever. Get off the couch and start paying attention to what social media has to offer you, because if you don't, it's gonna be gone. So you better enjoy it while you can see it. If you don't, you're gonna want to know what's going around the world there, and that's even scarier, because if you think about it, just picture this: they're not just gonna affect, all the movies that the kids, the game people, even the people that play games and all this PlayStation stuff. What does that run off? Electricity.
Mm-hmm.
What do people do on all these different platforms? They charge their phone off electricity. What's wrong with the phones? How do the phones work? Through satellite. So
Mm-hmm.
just just the thought of just everything around us, it's gonna change. That really is very, very, very scary. I mean, to no end. Uh, Now I look at everything that's going on, and I'm thinking, look at all these angels, all these people that are dying. What is God really doing? Well, these people
All
passing over,
the good people.
all the good people. Not saying that we're not good, but he's getting his warriors for some odd reason. So what's really going
Mm-hmm.
on the other side? It makes you question, why are people dying like flies? What is he doing? Is he recruiting his people? Something to think about. And knowing that
Yeah.
my mom's on the other
They're
side, my
building
mom's
their
on the
army
other
on the
side.
other side, because
Yeah,
not
yep.
only are we going to have the physical clash of our own countries, our own people, like everyone clashing, like I said, it's not just other countries, but internally they've been talking about a civil war as well. There's so many different things happening. And like I said, I think the spiritual thing is going to happen too. Like, people have been talking about the end of time since the beginning of time, just as they've talked about kids these days. But really, I'm serious. Like, I might sound paranoid and delusional, But I just feel deep within myself like we will see it, and it's going to be scary. And we need to have a plan. We need to get stuff set up. Like, we need to be ready for this. How do you get ready for this? Be as prepared as you can. One thing, like as far as cell phones, we won't have cell phones. Even land phones, everything runs on electricity. Land phones, like, I'm pretty sure that shit's going to go down too. Although I do want to get one just in case. You never know. Um, but yeah, like I said, food reserves, clothes, water, things to cleanse water. They have those environmental straws that you could use. You could stick it in dirty ass water and drink it, and you can still be sustained. There's so many different things we can do to prepare, to get ready for this. And I'm not saying
There,
it's gonna, but it's gonna happen. Yeah, before you
another
know
thing,
it, it's gonna be
and
here.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and just the thought of that, just with all the soldiers and all the recruiting that he's doing, he is taking a lot of good people, a lot of good people. And
Mm-hmm.
when we don't understand what he's up to, it makes you question and you think outside the box for just a minute. What's he doing? What is he really doing? Besides taking our loved ones, there's a catch to it. It's just, are we paying attention? I don't think so. People just
Well,
don't
it's
see the
funny because our government keeps us so busy. We talk about slavery. Not only is we have the highest number in our country, even though our statistics are a lot lower than some other countries, the highest number of missing children every year. Um, I don't know. There's so many things that our government is doing. You now have to have 3 jobs in order to pay for your family and have a home of your own. Do you actually really own that? I don't know. Like, we are in a state of slavery ourselves. Like, we don't even have time to spend with our families or even time to think unless you open yourself up, clue yourself in, figure out other ways to generate funds and generate money besides being a slave to the grind. You know, there's different ways you can fight the government. You don't have to go out there and picket and protest and do things like that, but finding another way to live, like, don't be a slave to the grind. Be your own boss and find ways to fund. And bartering, like, that's a system we need to learn too. Like, we need to find out how we can barter and find your community. We were talking about this a long time ago with our group from Weird Paradox Media because we had shared dreams, into the world dreams, that were really strange and weird. But where we're meeting up and everything's really chaotic, and we're in these places and we're trying to figure out where this place is. Get a plan. Like, if shit goes down, this is how we're going to contact each other, and this is where we're going to go to meet up or whatnot. Also, like I said, get the two-way radios, get cellular chargers, and they even have like EMP boxes where you could put your cellular or sun chargers, things that are charged by the sun. You could put them there, so if an EMP does go off, which I think it will, those devices will be protected.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
It's so
it's
scary.
scary.
But we do have to.
Yeah, yeah, and you think that with everything we're talking about, it really is scary. And if people, if you're not waking up and you're not paying attention to people like me, people like Tessa and other people that are very wise and very wise beyond our years, we're not stupid. We've been talking about this for years. But of course, we don't know nothing, right? And now we're noticing
We're
that,
cuckoo.
like, like Tessa said, about a month ago, we started having issues with AT&T and fiber, and I mean with not just AT&T but Verizon and AT&T have been
And cricket.
nationwide, and Cricket and other big companies. When you sit there and think about it, what is wrong with the phone? What did they do during the time when they shut it down? Are they rebooting it to where that maybe they're connecting our phones to it without putting a chip in there? and they're gonna monitor you through the system when they're shutting it down. And this is what I see, that there's some way, which it's beyond our own eyes that we can see. How are they doing it? And the only thing I can come to a conclusion when they shut that phone down and the people were losing the crap because they're like, my phone's not working. I can't text. Then they start wondering, the people that are very, very just intuitive, but they just don't come out of the psychic closet. They know what's going on, but for the people that logically, maybe it's just the tower, or somebody hit the tower, or got into an accident. No, that's a decoy and trying to cover up their BS. So you try to think for just a second. You try to think like them. How would they do it? How would they really shut
Hmm.
us down? And the only thing I can think of is that
And
they
I
would
think that was
maybe
just a
avoid.
test, like this cell phone shutdown this last week. I think that was just China testing it. And not only did they send balloons over the United States before, just this last week it happened again. It flew over Utah and over Colorado. Like they're doing it again. It's like, how come they don't catch it on the western border or the northern border? Last time they let it get clear across the United States, and as soon as it hit the eastern border, okay, now we'll shoot it down. Oh, well, you let them gather all this information all the way through, and then you shot it down? Like, I wonder what they did with this one. I haven't seen it recently, like as far as what happened with that balloon, but they're still allowing it to happen. And, I think it's a plan. I think, the president and other leaders, it's just a ploy. They're just puppets. There's other people running all this shit. And there's a plan to take down the population to a small fold to where we're easier to control, etc. They're going to take away our,
Oh,
our power, our phones, everything. It's
and
insane.
and get this, and this, and I remember
This
I
one's
told,
to
I
the
don't
point
know
like my skin's starting to itch.
if yeah, and I don't remember if I told Tessa, but let me see for the ones that have been watching me for years. Do y'all remember when I told you
Alice said
this
hi.
is maybe before COVID? Before COVID, way before COVID, before the shots came about. I remember there was times where I used to see the trains. There was caskets on the
Hmm.
tracks of
Yeah, the
all these
plastic
different
ones.
trains. Yeah, and I remember this was maybe like 10 years ago before all this COVID shit came out.
Oh, someone's calling. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I'm going to see if we can get this to come through. Hello? Hello?
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear
Oh,
me?
hi. So this is James calling in. Hi,
Oh,
can
hi,
you hear me?
James. Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are
We're
you?
fine. How are you? How are you?
Yeah. Yeah. I called in. I haven't called in a while, so kind of curious. I guess, whatever my guys have to say about the current phase I'm in.
And who are we talking to? This is James.
James, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, Tess, I know we're gonna get into the subject when we're done, but people, you need to start waking up. Like this, these are signs that we have been telling you for years. And before as I'm doing the reading, I'm channeling him. But I want you all to know one thing, and I'm just gonna say one word: campsites. Put the pieces together. Think about it, and I'll leave you with just that, and then we'll talk about it after I'm done with this reading.
Awesome. So, James, what did you want to add or say?
Oh, well, I was actually curious if I could get a bit of a reading at this time.
Awesome.
Well, so you have divine masculine energy. I feel like you're having a balance with male and female, like the energy of you're connecting to both elements. You actually have the history card, which is very interesting. It's talking about, if you look at the card, I know he can't see that, but for the ones that can see this on live, look at that.
That's awesome.
Egypt. That is creepy. Just, yeah. So that's telling me that there is something in the past that's going to reoccur and it's going to happen. He's going to have memory of it. Um, and this card doesn't make sense, but it's not for me to understand it. It's tragedy, forbidden love. So I do feel that there is forbidden love, that people are going to try to get something from him and kind of just hurt his feelings. And I do feel that there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to not see him for as a person, but they're going to see forbidden stuff that they shouldn't be doing and shouldn't allow. Now, this card's showing the signs like 111, 222, 333s. So this is synchronicities. So that's telling me that there's going to be a lot of signs, James, that you need to start paying attention, because we and I'm pretty sure you've been watching the whole show the whole time. But just know that all these signs that are telling you, people, start looking for 111, 222s, 333s, and start looking up the meaning behind them, and start noticing that these are signs of angels trying to tell you something. Try to process everything that you're acknowledging. Do research, do your homework for everyone. This is not just for him, but this is everyone. Signs are going to be thrown in your face. You need to start paying attention. So start stocking up, start getting these angelic signs that we're getting. That's what I'm telling you, James, that you're going to get a lot of angelic messages. And a lot of the stuff that you've been wishing for and hoping is coming into effect. So whatever you're doing, it's working for you, bud. It's working for you well. Um, don't let anything stop you getting your path, because I feel that not just you, but others are going to be very tested to the limit. That if you go on live on any show or just even on your own platform, they're going to try to shut you up. They're going to try to shut you down. Why? Because you're spreading all this truth, and like they did. Tessa said, we're all of a sudden, we can't go live on Facebook? Really? Why all of a sudden, for the first time, Tessa's blocked on Facebook? But you want to know why? Because Facebook might not look big to us, but a lot of people that are Facebooks are paying attention. So if they shut them down, they shut Facebook down, what do you have? Nothing. All you have is YouTube and whatever other platform that you're using. So we need to understand that everything that's happening in this world, grasp what we said, acknowledge what we said, and start collecting water, start collecting whatever you need, toilet paper, paper towels, I don't care what it is. Start collecting, because sooner or later, we ain't gonna have no power. We ain't gonna have no cell phones. We ain't gonna have no satellite. And everything's on video most of the time for people that are far away in other parts of the world. That's how we talk and that's how we communicate. So if that's taken away, then it's going to go back to what I said, Tess. Get a piece of paper, write a letter, go to the post office, and mail it out. That's how I feel it's going to get to where we're going to start having to communicate with our loved ones, the ones that can still get the mail. God forbid that they shut that shit down. But that's going to be the last communication. And it's really, really scary as being an intuitive person that we see this shit and we ignore it. People, y'all need to wake up and smell the roses, because this stuff is real. And so that's what I gotta say to everyone, including James. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Dude, keep up what you do. Um, and start spreading the truth, dude, because they are trying to shut us down, and they're doing it now. They're doing it now to me and Tesla, but we got through it and say, uh-uh, we have angels in our favor. They're fighting our battles right now. So start thinking about it because the signs are there. People, you need to start paying attention. This stuff is real. But of course, you've never seen Chris, but Chris don't know nothing. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Because I've said that, and I remember what I said before I started reading him. The campsites, we're going to be divided into different
Well,
groups.
that's what they're doing. They've been doing this forever, dividing us, because if they divide us, it's easier to conquer us. And I've been saying this for years. We need to stick together. A lot of us have that are getting these dreams and messages, etc. We're sticking together. We're finding each other. James found us. I don't know if you remember him, and if I'm talking about, is this Jim, right? I'm thinking I
Yep,
recognize the
that's me.
voice. Okay. Yeah, he found us a
Yeah.
long time ago. Remember when he was on the road or whatever, when we gave him a reading? He's been on the show the last couple months, and he said that reading was epic. I'm pretty sure this one is too, but yeah, we've been learning from each other so many different things. And like I said, we're put into each other's lives for a reason. And it's very important to listen to the message that each one of us has. And if you don't agree with something, don't think of it as ignorant, ponder it and think about it. And, keep that note in your head because it might come up later on. But I think it's very significant and very important that we are in each other's lives right now. And very important for us to stick together and not be like people call it sheeple or whatever. Like, don't be swayed by what the government's trying to pull, what different people are trying to pull to separate us. It's very important at this time for us to stick together.
Yeah, and you just, and all I gotta say for all the people that have different ways of what they believe, you better start praying hard. Pray harder than you've ever prayed for because a lot of stuff is going to get affected. And by the way, if all of a sudden they talk about, they've talked about there's no such thing as UFO, there's no such thing as
Oh
aliens.
yeah, I was
They've
just
been
pulling up
here
my
on this
video
planet.
earlier when you weren't on, but
Yeah, yeah, they're here on this planet. And are they really our friend, or are they our friend or foe? Personally, I think that they're our friend. But then again, we gotta know how to communicate with them because they don't talk, not physically. It's all up here telepathically. So,
telepathic, yeah.
so just know that this stuff is about to hit the fan, and like me and Tessa have told you for many years ago, all those campsites they exist. But get this, no one has ever been on campsites that I know. Any of my friends have disappeared on their own campsites. But I think from what I had, this vision, maybe, I want to say like 6 years ago, I remember seeing this campsites. And let me tell you, I got away from this area and I happened to see the front of the building where these campsites were. From the front of the building, it looked like a regular building, and it just looked like a regular building, to be honest. It looked just like a normal building, but on the other side of that building, where people couldn't see, it was just there was a big parking lot, but there was no cars. So I happened to get escaped. I happened to escape this campsite, and I remember just crossing and climbing the building. When I looked to the right, it was all woods. Okay, it was a bunch of woods. It was trees, whatever. There was no buildings. There was no cars. There was nothing. I go to the front and I'm looking all around and there's no other buildings. There's no traffic. There's no nothing. And I'm thinking, wow, where am I at? What is this? What is this location where we're being held? There's no cars. There's no other buildings. There's no cars. There's no traffic. There's no stores. There's nothing. Just that one building. And you're just like, scary. Because in that vision that I did escape, I ran away from the building. And once I got off the parking lot, I turned around and the building was gone. So what did they do to that building in that dream that I had? Is it really there? Or is it an illusion that only to the people that are on that campsite can see this existence? But if you try to escape, you can't come back. Once you pass I guess the barrier of the building disappears. Now, am I nuts?
So I have a question because I had a dream like this too, where I didn't feel like I wanted to be there, but felt like, and like you said, there's no doors. It's like concrete buildings with doors, and rooms are separated by walls, and there's graffiti on some of it. That is crazy. Like, is that kind of what yours look like too? And then
Well, mine
there
was
weren't even
more,
bathrooms in
mine
the
was
buildings. There
more
was like
like
a
glass.
separate.
Yeah, mine was like glass, but when I looked at it, it looked like a hospital on the other side, like an important building. But in the back side of that building is where all the campsites were. There was nothing but trees. There was nothing. It was like out in the field. There was no buildings. There was no trains. I mean, there was just absolutely dead. It was just like you were out in the woods. But they had this access to this one building, and it was in the middle of nowhere. And I do feel that these campsites do exist. But the day that we disappear and we see each other, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, "I told you so." And we're just gonna look at each other. Hey, hi Tessa. I guess they caught you too. Hi Tessa. Hi everybody. I guess they caught you too. And they're gonna look at us like, yeah, we all know each other. And then we're gonna go back and say, do you remember when we were many years later, we were on this broadcast, Paradox Media, we told you about this? Yeah, we told you about this. Y'all didn't think that this building existed. Look what's around you. Is there any other buildings around you? No. There's a bunch of field and you're in the middle of nowhere. So the truth is, where are we at? So just mark my words. We will see each other and we will be at that campsite. Just be aware. But of course, like me and Tessa, we're stupid. We don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
We
And
don't
it's
know
crazy
nothing.
too, because like when I had that dream, my youngest daughter had a dream like that too. And she's like, Mom, can I tell you a scary dream I had? And when she told me that, like it made my skin crawl because I just had that same dream where we're in these buildings with no doors and a lot of people there. And like there was a separate building for the bathroom. And I'm trying to sneak over there because bad things happen in between these buildings if you get caught by the wrong people. And I just remember these two guys were walking by and I'm like trying to hide behind the wall because like I said there's no door and it's like this was kind of like the little cubby where the sink was or whatever, and they saw me and then they came in and pinned me and it looked like they were gonna grape me or whatever, and then this woman comes in and is holding a knife to me, and I just kept saying like, what do you want, what do you want, what do you want, and they just got more and more enraged, and then I was like, what do you need? That's when they calmed down, and then I can't remember what she said. I just remember they gave me the code to where like I could plug in my cell phone and get energy to it to where I could look at like family pictures and stuff because we were all kind of separated and in different places and everything. And like Adrian said in the chat, caught and brought into slavery. And that's what it felt like. Like sort of human resemblance as far as like our own space, our own freedom, whatever. Like it's open to everybody. Anybody could walk by and see into your space or invade your space or whatnot. And that's what it felt like, brought into slavery. But when my youngest daughter, she's only 8 years old, told me about her same dream she had that night that was really scary to her, it freaking blew my mind. I love that my kids have gifts, but right now I'm saying I got the freaking chicken skins again. I don't know if you could see it, but holy crikey, like that really scared me.
Yeah, and this stuff is real. People don't think it is, but if they haven't awakened, they better because it's getting dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And I know that we will see each other at those campsites. I just know it. The only way you won't survive the campsite is that if you fight back, they will kill you. They will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you won't make it to this campsite. They will kill you. And of course, you think that's a joke when I just said? Not a joke. They will shoot you on sight. And if you try to escape, they will shoot you on sight too. But then again, I'm nuts. I don't know what I'm talking about, so to speak, in their eyes. But we know the truth. So people, pay attention. Start paying attention because this stuff is real. Very, very real. And I'll leave it with that. Anything you got to say, Tess?
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something real quick? Guess what? We just got blocked on my own Facebook too.
Well, guess what? I'm on my other phone and I'm on Facebook. And for the people that cannot see the show, if they pop on my feed, they'll see me. So they can hear you through my phone.
This is insane. I'm blown away. I don't know. And it's saying you have explicit. Okay, so I can't even see what it said in the first place. Clarissa Unabridged, Give Me My Dearest Miss How Your Opinion by Samuel West. I'm like, what the hell are you even talking about? I don't know. But I think we should go to music break. I think we'll just do one tonight because I think we have a lot to talk to and hash over. Those of you that are still with us, thanks for joining us. Friends, Facebook keeps blocking us. Like I just went on my own personal page. Now we're blocked on there as well. So have them come over to YouTube because we have share as well as doing free psychic readings. Are you up for a music break, Chris?
Go ahead. I'm getting a kick out of it. It's amazing how much we have said and it's coming to pass. So yeah, I can use a music break and just because it's freaking me out. Everything that we've said.
Seriously. It's insane. All right. So on this music break, jeez, Pete. It's creeping me out for real. But we have Mr. Griff, Toronto, Canada, with Let Freedom Ring, and that's what we're talking about tonight. Freedom and being able to retain that. And I just realized I don't even know if people over on Spreaker could have heard you this whole time, but hey, they can check out our YouTube. He's from Toronto, Canada. He's going to be singing Let Freedom Ring. We got Chico with Juice. We got Roy Washington, who is our musical host that has given us permission to use all the music we use with his song Subliminal. Chico from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Roy Washington is from as well with Last Forever. And I might switch some things up to put in my favorite songs because we are only going to have one music break. But if you guys don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after this musical break.
Okay, yo, here's the scoop. You can still be a slave, yo, whipping loop. That's the truth. Got big houses, nice cars. That's real cute, but that doesn't mean nothing. You ain't free to choose. When I say free to choose, no alarm clock, don't gotta hit the snooze. The world is backwards. I'm so confused. They say freedom of speech, but when you speak your mind, they blow a fuse. Just being honest, common sense and common. It's kind of ironic. My freedom, recently bought it. Now I'm a target. If I do the wrong thing, I'll say the wrong thing. Come on, man. Let freedom ring. Yeah.
Freedom! Freedom!
United States become divided states. The world is filled with all kinds of shades, and still resegregate. Parents separate from the children, that's not okay. We should be free to laugh and play. Do it now before you pass away. Fight for what's right, enough for everybody to get a piece of the pie. Brainwash, social media full of lies. Go to work, pay bills, then you die. Need a breakaway, guns, get rid of the AKs. Our ancestors paved way since the slave days, but we still hurting. Carry that burden. Stop playing victim, beat the system. Love is love, it should be shown. Can't grow unless you leave your comfort zone. This I know, I learned all this from the mentorship. Kids don't know what independent is. Take advantage what your parents did. Go against the grid, you have to. Like go learn the right songs, cause of Matthew. Liberty like statue, they call now the present, cause it's a gift. It should be cherished, lasting fearless. Thanks to my parents' parents. Now, love the last name every time that I hear it, cause I know what it represents. Climb the fence, so now I got
Freedom!
such a beautiful thing.
Freedom!
Such a wonderful thing.
Freedom!
Such a beautiful thing.
Freedom!
Such a wonderful thing.
Freedom!
Such a beautiful thing. Such a wonderful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Such a wonderful thing.
Last forever. The rain never, last forever. The rain never lasts forever. The rain never lasts forever. The rain never lasts forever. Rain never lasts forever. I know it's no mistake. You're tired of the game. You're tired from all the hurt. You're tired from all the pain. These lames, but that wasn't your aim. Tired they true colors down the line of change. They words don't meet they actions. Loyalty what they lacking. Tell them to stop the slacking. Mama, you know nobody's practice. The rain never lasts forever. 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 I swear to God, I know these ruthless. Top of king who make their queen look stupid. Childish games when a grown. You want somebody you can call your own. You different than your phone. When you asking me, act like you wrong. Your heart say stay when your patience gone. When y'all together, you still feel alone. Yeah, the rain never lasts forever. Never lasts forever. The rain never lasts forever. The rain never lasts forever. Last forever. The rain never lasts forever.
Gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life? Don't care if my head ain't right. Where you from? Who you with? Are you a man? Are you a I do my thing? Stay legit. In this world, no one's innocent. VIP, get bottles. One snap on my fingertips. See these haters like blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Talking, I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life? Don't care if my head ain't right. Rolling, yes you really. Rolling and rolling and rolling with my homies. Rolling and rolling and rolling SUV. Rolling and rolling and rolling with my homies. I'm going to live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. To live my best life. Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? I'm going to live. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm going. Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? Do you live your best life? I'm gonna live my best. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. I'm gonna live my best life. Don't care if my head ain't right. Do you and live your best life? Don't care if my but you can be morning night, but you can be morning night, but you can be. You right where you wanna be. Time is right, here with me. You right where you wanna be. You can be anything you want. If that's what you really want, you can be anything you want. All I want you to know is me. All I wanna do, want you right now is me with you. Oh, listen, not trying to lose my mind. Know that I am with time. Not trying to lose my mind. If you want to left behind, my race, go back to my place. Be safe, not myself in my room. Don't want to lose, cause it is so confused. What can I do if I lose you? All I want you to do right now is leave. All I wanna do. All I want you to do right now is leave. Okay. She was a Loompa Loompa, now her body super duper. Getting a lot of attention she was never used to. Hitting me up like I was Uber. Got a few miles, so I guess she's a cougar. Be a winner, never seen her with a loser. Gorilla talk, ooga booga booga. Scuba, tuba, diver, I'm a rider. Getting cider, sweet like cider. Either, fighter, rider, neither, neither. Wants to get it, going, know it, hold it. Fold it, know it, wait, I'm joking. Cages broken from these beasts. From down east, on the streets, it's a zoo. All I want you to do right now is leave. All I wanna do. All I do right now is leave you home.
Man, I can't believe Mark Zuckerberg's trying to keep us down. Let me go back over here and make sure our sound is up. Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for joining us. It is late night in the Rockies. Be prepared to get blocked. Just kidding. She's so Pete. Can't believe how quickly they're working. They're like, wait a minute, she's broadcasting over there. Oh, we gotta stop that.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna
I
silence me,
don't think,
sucker.
like I told you, I mean, see, like I'm on Facebook, but it just shows me, but so they can see me on both ends. But that's for the ones that don't even know the shows are even on. So I left a note on there. I said, look at Tessa's YouTube and go to the link on there. Somebody had said, oh wow, yeah. It's just and it's sad because I could really find you right off the bat, and but tonight you're just like whoop, like you're not even there, and it's kind of scary, with all the stuff that I've said in the past. I'm still processing everything. Um, well, that only says one thing. My mom knows everything that's on the other side too. So in a way, yes, it's hurtful that I lost my mom, but in a way, you know, Jesus gained an angel, but in the process, you got to look at it in another perspective that in case if something is about to happen, she can tell me and I can tell you guys. So that's kind of is a benefit in a way, even though it's hurtful, but um, that's the thing I've learned that not everything is what it seems. It's what you make of it, and and everything. Like I said, it was so fresh. And like I told you, Tess, I'm sorry that I completely forgot. You know, but it's just been a major change in my life. Um, and I'm still doing my stuff, and I'm going through a lot, you know, and I can't share that, but yeah, I'm taking in a lot more than what people know. They get to see, you know, on the live, they get to see only a portion of me, but behind the live, they don't know what my emotions are. They don't know where I'm thinking. Um, the thoughts that have been coming across my mind, but I keep pushing them away. Um, but yeah, um, this year. I'll never forget it. Um, it's still very, very, very strange. And I know that if you think that, you know, with what happened, you know, what happened to me is, if you think that's like, I think there's more crazy stuff from now till I guess October is what I keep seeing. From now to October, just keep paying attention. Um, and who knows, we might even go sooner than what we think to war, and hopefully it does not happen this year. But I think some of it we will see. Others we won't get to see everything. Because some of it, again, some people will be dying. Um, that's the process. All this stuff. It's mind blowing. And that's the best word I can come up with right now. It's mind blowing that you cannot even go on your own Facebook. So that's telling me you're doing something right, because they don't want you talking. They don't want you talking. So you might not see, there could be like 3 people watching you, but out of those 3 behind the ones that are not on the live, there could be tons, tons and tons of people watching, and you might not even know. But at least we know we're reaching out to millions and millions of people within the United States. That's why when I look at my own lives, I look at maybe like it could be like 2, 3 people, 4 people. I think one time I actually, for the first time when all this happened, I had up to 10 people watching me. I'm like, this is different. But I guess it's because they knew what I was going through, so there was a lot of people watching. But yeah, it's a process, and just, you know, just going day by day, and just, you know, keep praying and stuff. And that's what my aunt told me. There's a lot of people that still call me, check on me, and there's people that are still worried about me. I guess because they know how my mindset is. Um, but I cannot thank anyone, you know, out there that has not been checking up on me, because all of you have checked on me and the different things. And all I can say is thank you guys for being very supportive through these hard times of what I'm going through. And not just me, it's just in general with life and the way the perceptions that I've said have came to pass. So that's a big process to adjust to, knowing that all that stuff I said, it's like a slap in the face and said, you said it, now we're showing you what you said. Like, creepy.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And you guys know we're being listened to in the UK, Australia, Ireland. I've seen Russia, Saudi Arabia. Um, I'm trying to think of another place that it was just recently, somewhere that it hasn't been before, but there's people all over the place finding us somehow, and they're listening. And it's crazy as far as like people's countries being invaded. Ireland, all these people are going through this, and they're wondering why their government's not doing anything, because people are being stalked and, I have to say, raped, because you can't say the real word, and assaulted, being murdered, killed by these people that don't even belong in this country, and they're going in mass exodus to not just the United States, all over the world. And it's like, you know, kind of like they said, the pandemic, like this is a whole nother thing. This is taking over our countries, taking over our life stasis. You know, we're used to certain things, and just coming in, invading, and being allowed to do it. And I'm not saying I'm against nation, because most all of us that are here in the United States did arrive from immigrants, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I see you should come here and go through the legal process and do it that way. But I don't know. Things are just getting really scary.
Mm-hmm. And it
You
is
know,
kind of scary. It is
I
really
couldn't
scary.
broadcast it. Go ahead.
But I think it is really scary when you get that validation that you said maybe 5 years ago, 6 years, or whatever the time frame you said it. But now to process that we're in what we said and we're living what we said, that's the most mind blowing thing ever. Yeah, it really is scary. But like I said, it's just a matter of time before they get that satellite. And then you know what? And I ask people, and only they say, only you would think of something like this. Do you really think that we're safe in our own homes? I can tell you no, because there's
Even
this
where?
one device. There's this one device in that satellite that it's what is the word I'm looking for? It's infrared, and they can see right through your home. So if you're you're in the restroom, God forbid, um, or if you're or if you're cooking, or if you're taking a shower, if you think we have privacy, oh, that's a good one. But yeah, we don't have any privacy, even in our own home. We can have our blinds closed, but I have always felt to this day, I look at look at the ceiling, I look at the walls, and I'm thinking, are these walls really secured and they can't see right through the house? No. I've always said that I think they can see. And people have said, there's no way. I said, how much you want to bet with all this technology? How much you want to bet that they can see right in through your home? Then again,
Yeah, and River of
I
Souls is
believe
here,
in.
and they're like, they're saying hello to both of us, but they're saying, yeah, not only can they see what we're doing, but they can hear what we're doing.
Yeah, they can just pass by. And then you know what I've noticed since I've said this in different chats that I'm in? Every time we talk about certain things, we hear helicopters passing by. At the time that we're talking about certain things, and I'll just be like, and then I'm looking at the time and I'm like, why would you be coming at 12 in the night, flying over the house? Why? Oh, we're just doing some training exercises. I bet you are. I bet you are doing train exercises. What they call it? Me? I call it BS. But then again, what do I know? What do I know, Tess?
Right? We're just crazy people here talking about crazy stuff, and it just reminds me because, when we were talking about chemtrails, at the same time we're talking about this other stuff, people are like, oh no, those are just contrails. No, they're chemtrails. And even India is dealing with a lot of this stuff right now, and they're advertising this stuff. Like, we see the clouds and we're doing this certain stuff, and like flooding, all kinds of things going on. There's so many different agendas that they have to wipe us out the best they can. I just feel grateful that I'm in a smaller town, so I don't feel quite as frail or like as scared. But at the same time, like you're saying, not just helicopters, but military helicopters and bombers and military jets, all kinds of things flying over my house and loud noise coming, and me and the kids or me and Vern or whoever's there at the time will run out to see what it is this time. It's insane. And like you said, oh, we're just doing exercises. Yeah, for what? And another thing I have to share, like when you weren't here, I was not uploading, but going into my Google Drive to share my UFO sightings that I've had here. I don't have to go
Oh
anywhere
my
to see
God.
UFOs. I just have to go outside and I have video of UFOs. I have pictures of UFOs, and they're not only here, but it's like they want to be seen. They want us to know they're here because not only are they out there, not using their cloaking
Wow.
devices, and when the military jet showed up, then they drop out. And then as soon as the military jet goes by, they pop back in. I have video footage of this. It's funny, they're flying directly to or from the direction of the airport. If they didn't want to be seen, they wouldn't be anywhere near the airport, but I think perhaps they're at a elevation where they're not up
Mm-hmm.
by like the tracking sensors or whatnot. So maybe
Yeah.
they don't see them. But I have to say, I think they do, because had they not, this military jet wouldn't have flown in. So they have to be
Yeah.
being picked up.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's times when me and my friend, a certain friend of mine, I didn't say his name, but we'll be talking, and I'll be outside, and I could be just by myself because I'm not gonna say all the time I'm by myself. Because there's sometimes I stay here and stay behind, but when I do stay here, I get that time just to get outside, so I won't be in the house as much. I go outside and we're just talking, and then all of a sudden you hear, sure, just like he's like, "Is that a plane by your house?" I said, "Yeah." It sounds like military to you. Yeah. And then like, and I'm looking up, and there's no way you can see them because it's cloudy. And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, and you can tell how far and how close they are. I found out through a friend. Say like, I'll be outside right now. Let's say for instance, I'll be outside just talking, doing a show, just to see if there's anything flying out right now. But it's dark. What are the chances if I go outside and we're talking about something major? You hear, you're just like, and my friend said, you know what? They could be maybe maybe 10 miles away from you, but they have so much technology they can hear from a distance, and they don't have to be above the area around your house. They can be within the surveillance area, and they can hear your conversation on the phone. What? Yeah, they can hear you on the phone. I was like,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, you know what, Chris? You've been exposing them for years. They have their eye on you. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Let them watch, you know? And
Well, it's not
I
like we're
know.
saying something they don't already know or people don't already
Yeah,
know. But I think
exactly.
that
So,
more people that are saying things, the better.
yeah. But, it's not like something we didn't say. We've been saying this, and we can be nutcases all they want, and people say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as spaceships. You'd be surprised what you might hear or see at night. But I've even noticed with the animals, like the animals, the behavior, the demeanors
Mm-hmm.
have changed. I've seen that too. And then within the past, I want to say maybe a while back, last week, and this has happened frequently. I told a friend of mine, I was on here on TikTok, and I'm sitting here, probably standing up, whatever the case may be. And get this, yes, I'll be standing up, and nothing's moving. And all of a sudden, I get this dizziness overnight.
Mm-hmm. Ah, oh my God. Yeah. Mine
Then
started,
the other day, and then it's been happening frequently more and more. And one of my friends goes, why
mhm.
don't you go get checked? And I said, no. There's something fishy about this. What is it? And I'm not even kidding. It was like a day ago. I was on TikTok, and I'm not even kidding you. Like all right here, I felt like all this, my head was heavy. Like I couldn't even keep it up like I
Mhm.
had to. And then I was like, are you feeling okay? I said, yeah, I'm feeling fine. But I've noticed that all like where the skull is and on my head, it feels weird. And I've asked other people, and I'm not gonna say their names, that have felt the same sensations where they'll either get dizzy, they'll they're just weird sensations in the body, mostly up here in front. And I've asked others, am I alone in this? Am I the only one feeling this? Or is it just a gift to people? It's happened twice within a week. And I never used to feel this. Well, I found out later that week that we had an earthquake many, many miles in Texas. They had an earthquake. Is my body
What about that?
psychically connecting to the ground? Is it connecting to the atmosphere? More likely. Is it giving me weird sensations in my body? Yeah, I actually want to say that some of the stuff that's going on, you could say it's 5G, you could say it's just the chemtrails. No, I think it's something else that we're not aware of yet. But my sensation in my head and the dizziness that I feel, I didn't have this before. Why all of a sudden am I getting these sensations in my body? Now, I will let
Mhm.
you talk and I'll see if you get the sensations, but last week I got them maybe twice. And then
Yeah.
I had just told my friend the other day, or actually today I was on TikTok, all right here, felt like I had a cotton ball in my ear. I couldn't hear. But the day before I was fine. Well, get this. I take some aspirin, okay? I take some
Hmm.
aspirin. And then it was just like, it just went away. Took some aspirin. And I want to believe that it's allergies. I want to believe it's allergies. But there is, like Adrian
That'd
and
be
my friend
easier,
were
right?
saying, that it could be that I'm being attacked spiritually. But we talked about that today. Um, and I want to really think that I'm praying that no one is doing something again, doing something to me. But these days, you never know. Um,
Right.
but the way I look at it is, like right now as I'm talking to you, I feel very lightheaded right now. I look fine, like you're looking at me, but I feel lightheaded. And how am I
Yeah.
keeping my composure? I don't know. Now, I want you to tell me, what have you been feeling? And if it validates how I've been
Okay.
feeling for the past few weeks.
Let me tell you a little something. Okay, so this has been going on for about 4 years, and it started with a ringing in my ears. Used to be I'd get ringing in my ears anytime like there were spirits around or something paranormal or whatever. But then it started happening every day, all day. And sometimes it'll go really high. One time it really freaked me out because it went really low and then it went back up to high again. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But like you were saying, like losing your balance and stuff, I'm trying to think about what that's called. Sandra might know, like where there's an imbalance in your ears or whatever, and you just feel like
It's vertigo.
a loss
Vertigo.
of balance.
Vertigo.
Vertigo, yes.
Vertigo.
And so this happened when I think I believe I drove down to Arizona. I might have flown, but I think I drove down, and then we went from Phoenix, Arizona to Nutrioso uh, for my grandpa's second burial. Like part of him was buried in the military San Diego, and then another part of his ashes was buried in Nutrioso. And it was so crazy, like being at that house. Like I'd feel fine. I'd still have the ringing in my ears, but I'd be just standing there or talking to somebody or whatever, and all of a sudden I get vertigo. And I get that quite often, and that could be, maybe there's damage to my ears. Why? Why all of a sudden am I getting this ringing all the time? And now I'm getting vertigo, but it doesn't happen all the time, just specific times. And like you said, it could be earthquakes. This could be hundreds of miles away. It could be local, could be whatever. I don't know. I think like when you're in touch with the spiritual realm and the physical realm, etc., you pick up on those things. You don't quite know what it is, but and Sandra's had vertigo once. It is. It's like you feel like you're losing balance, and like, why the heck is this happening? I'm not all messed up, anything like that, like this. And I was trying to debunk it, be like, oh, well, this cabin might have uneven floors or something. So maybe that's throwing off in my ears, and maybe that's causing vertigo, something else. But still,
Yeah,
like right now, talking to you, I have the ringing in my ears. And they're trying to say, oh, it's because you were in the military. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have happened a long time before it did, but it didn't happen until I took a flight to Arkansas. That was around Halloween time. That's when I met Caden and Alyssa Mask. Me and my sister went down to New Orleans, Louisiana. We got to see the Crew of Boo, all this other stuff. That's when my ear ringing started constantly. So it's like,
wow.
do I have an attachment, or is there somebody trying to constantly send me messages? Which I am constantly getting messages. And like I was saying, like me and Sandra had these dreams about meeting up at a place. It was an old church house, very bloody scene, cars stacked up, crazy, scary stuff. You just had a feeling, even though it was a dream, pretty sure it was a vision that we had. We're both looking at each other. We're both seeing the same things, but at different integrals. Like she actually went into the church house. I don't think I did. I think I saw the front of it and there was like blood going up the steps, but she actually went in there to look for her sister or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was crazy because we were at the same place during the same time. We're having the same, and that's why I was talking about like being connected. Like we meet certain people for certain reasons, and then we're having these dreams. Not only are we having dreams, our kids are having dreams. Our friends are having dreams. Like to me, when I say these things, even when I'm talking to my husband, like I hear the words come out of my mouth, and then I think about it, and I'm like, I sound like a fucking nutcase, but I know I'm not crazy. Like I know this stuff is for a reason. And like she said here, so weird having the same dream. We did. Um,
Yeah, and it's so weird because like I get this sensation, and one of my friends says, "Are you feeling it?" I said, "Yeah, I'm feeling fine." And on one occasion, like I told you, I was unaware of this earthquake, and then I told my friends about it. One of my friends, and they're like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it was like thousand miles away." Could I be feeling the vibration of the ground? Don't know. Could it be affecting me psychically? More likely. But I know that this is not normal for me. Now, if it happened like to where, because I did look up signs of strokes and heart attacks, and
yeah, it makes you wonder, you know,
it
am I
makes you
having a
wonder, yeah.
stroke? I even thought I was having a heart
Yeah,
attack once.
yeah, and I looked up the signs, and some of them don't really match up with the way I feel, because I've looked them up, because with my mom, but I'm like, what the hell is going on with my body? Like, and it's just the upper part of me, like, it's not the lower part, I'm fine. But then again, I feel like up here, of course, it's what controls everything, and of course your heart. But but when I'm looking at it, like I've never had this sensation before. So what is it? What's going on? Am I off, or is there something I'm not aware of yet? What's going on with me? And to the point, I can't figure out what it is yet. But I have a feeling very soon we'll see what it is. And if it has to do with anything with the paranormal or anything of supernatural, I'll let you guys know because it really is bothering me. Because
Do you
there's
know what
times
part of my
when
thought process is, Chris? Like,
yeah,
when the
well,
pandemic started happening and all kinds of other things happened, even before that, we were open.
yeah,
We knew
yeah,
something
but
was
I
coming.
know,
We didn't know what it was.
yeah,
And then that started happening. But I think something happened like where the veils are closer together, like these different
yeah,
realms
that
are
and that and
just
that could
stacked
and
one
that could
on
be
top of the
affecting
other.
us too. Yeah, and that could be affecting us, and we're probably not aware of it. That maybe the veil is so damn thin, it's like right in our face, So could it be spirits that are affecting us? Possibility.
Check this out. Leanne just said. That's what I was just talking about with my tinnitus or
Oh
tinnitus.
wow, high pitch.
Isn't that
But it
crazy?
doesn't. Well, get this. You want to hear something? I heard that before this ear thing. I told you. I like a week before I heard this, and I'm
I'm
like this
hearing it
because I'm
now.
thinking that like what the hell is that? And it's like it could be on one ear, both ears, and I'm like, this has never happened. So what is it? I don't know. But I know it's some kind of frequency that we're picking up. There's something that we're not aware of, but when we find out, we're gonna expose it for what it is. Because I know my body, and my mom always used to tell me, "Pay attention to your body. Your body's trying to tell you something." But that was only when I was like, if I felt sick, she goes, "Make an appointment." But with all this strange
Hmm.
stuff going on, I don't feel it's. I hope it's not health, but it doesn't feel like health. Why? It's because if it did, I wouldn't be here. I would not be talking to you. You know, because I've looked up the signs of different sensations in the body, and it doesn't add up. So, is it psychic stuff that I'm getting? More likely, but I'm gonna tell you something too. Since her
And
day
I'm
was when
wondering, Shirley, like,
she,
when did this start happening for you? Because for me, it was like, I believe like 3 or 4 years ago. It was before COVID hit, just right before, I think the year before. So that would be that October before it hit. So just months before, but that's when my tinnitus started. They're trying to say it's from being in the military, being around guns. My husband's in a band, so I've been around loudspeakers. I don't believe it's any of that. I think it's something else. So it could be like we were talking about the even with aliens, like they're saying, people are seeing aliens and UFOs and stuff like that. Instead of them being extraterrestrial, they're calling them interdimensional beings. And these are different dimensions. Instead of being separated and veils separating us, they're stacking on top of it. And it makes because I've been experiencing it. And so, like, surely when you have these experiences with the ringing and stuff, have you guys had any sightings of shadow beings or orbs or like anything like that? Like, what are your thoughts, Chris?
I mean, I've had ringing in my ear, and a lot of people always said that was signs of losing hearing. My theory about that, I don't think it's that. I think it's something else. But you know what? I
Can I
ended
tell you
up finding
something?
out more.
When I went to
What?
get checked for tinnitus, the lady checked my hearing, and they even did the thing where like you're in a crowded restaurant and like there's all these people talking and you're trying to pay attention to the person across from you. She said, "Your hearing is perfect. I don't know what's going on."
Wow. Okay, now that's creepy because I haven't checked my hearing, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Just like my sight. Well, there was this friend of mine. I don't talk to him no more. He told me that they had this long. It's like a trumpet, but it's a certain trumpet that the natives used to hear. That some other people have access to this, and you think it's like it's almost like it's wood, and it goes like that, and it has like a real curve to it. I kid you not. He played it on one time in the chat room that we were in, and I looked at him and I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's an instrument." He had a smile on his face, and I'm like, "Why is there a smile on your face?" And then it was like, "Okay, this is fucking weird." And it was like, "Well, he played it. He blew in this shit." And I'm not even kidding you guys. The noise that we heard, that noises that we beep, exactly the same on that instrument. And then I asked him, I said, "Where did you get that?" He said, I got it from some place, but I can't tell you where. I said, and then he asked me, he goes, did you know that certain people have this? And I said, no. He goes, what they do is they blow into it, and it taps into higher dimensional beings of ourselves, our frequency. It's a certain frequency that maybe a
Hmm.
dog should hit, a certain frequency that a dog or like wolves, coyotes, anything that's got 4 legs. We don't have 4 legs. Okay?
Not in this realm.
So yeah. And
I
I
wish I
told
had many
him,
arms. Like the more children I had,
yeah.
I wish I had
And
because you have to
he
do
told me,
everything.
yeah, and he told me, he said, did you know that what you're hearing, you shouldn't be hearing it? What? No.
Yeah, like I said, mine's been going on for like 4 or 5 years now. By now, I shouldn't be able to hear shit. But I hear more stuff than my husband does. He doesn't have tinnitus or this ringing in the ears. And surely I just have to share with you, like, it's like, ee. Sometimes it goes, ee. Whatever. Mostly it's on the same realm. Once it went, woo, that's when it really scared me. When it went, woo, and I'm like, what the
You know
hell is
what I'm
happening?
talking
Like,
about?
it
Yeah, and
scares
he
me
said he can.
shitless.
Yeah, and I probably don't know if I can talk to you one day and see if he can play it. I have to record it because when I heard that stuff, I was like, dude, that's what I've been hearing. And he
It
said,
makes you feel
no, that's not.
crazy.
Yeah, it makes you, it goes maybe for miles and miles and miles and miles away. And I said, how do they do this? And he said, it's because they know our frequency. So there's a certain thing that they do so that frequency can be sent out into the air. And to the people that hear this are the only ones that are going to hear it. So you're telling me what we're hearing is what a dog, wolf, cats, whatever
Yeah,
is
the
going to
dog's
hear.
looking and you're like, I hear that too.
Yeah. And he told me, he goes, this frequency is only for animals. And then I looked at him and I said, what the hell are you trying to say? Am I a dog?
Oh, see, that
I
makes
go,
total sense now that you're saying that. Wow.
yeah. Yeah, so there is a device that they're using frequencies to
Okay, so
control.
Adrian's saying this. Adrian's saying maybe it's the trumpet of the angels. Okay, so
Yes.
yos, where there's an actual like or whatever going on. Sometimes it's low or sometimes it's higher, whatever. And scientists don't even know what it is. Like they're trying to guess. Maybe it's, the land like scraping against each other and moving, the tectonic plates. Maybe it's something in the sky, like the clouds are moving together and is causing this. Maybe it's a train or this or this or that or that when there's no train anywhere in these specific places. This is happening all over the world. And this is another point in pace that we've been talking about for years now. When the trumpets of heaven sound, be prepared. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. Look, I got the chicken skins. But since this has been happening everywhere and everybody's like, they're just like, where is this coming from? And the dogs are like, going off and
Oh
now
my god, I'm getting chills. Oh
no
my god,
apparent reason.
get this. As you were talking, hold on, just stay quiet for like a second. I'm actually wanting to cry because I'm not even kidding, Tessa. When you were talking, I heard a door. There was a door.
What? A dog?
A door. I heard like somebody close the door, but there's we don't I'm not expecting anyone. So why am I hearing a door? And then get this, you wanna hear something? I'm getting now that I'm talking about this, I'm getting sensation in my eyeball now.
You're getting what?
I'm getting a weird sensation right here in my eye. As we're
Do you know
talking,
what else
I'm
I've been
getting
getting? Twitching in my eye. And I'll be
Oh my
like looking at my
god,
husband and listening, and it's like twitch, 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 twitch. And sometimes it's this eye, but mostly it's my right eye. I don't know why.
when did
But
this
like muscle
happen?
spasms is what they call it. But for out of nowhere, it'll just start happening.
Again.
And then Shirley's, hey, do you get the twitching too? Like there's something happening. I wish I could hear better where you're at, Chris. She said it always happens in her right eye too. That's mostly where mine is. Holy crap.
I'm telling you, something going on. There's definitely something going on. Big.
My
Whatever it is.
God.
Yeah, it's mind blowing just knowing that you're not the only one. There's others.
And
But
like you're saying, it makes you want to cry when other people are experiencing this too. And it's like, I'm not batshit crazy, which I know I'm not. Because I've been dealing with this like paranormal and
yeah,
stuff like all my life. But when other people can back you up, so you for
that's
for
good.
sure, for sure.
That
Even
that's
Diva
rare.
said it. Look, I get twitching in my right eye. Oh my gosh. What is it about the right eye? That's where it happens. I've had it occasionally here, but for the most part, it's in my right eye. Oh my god. What is happening? All right, everybody.
Like, remember when I told you about my ear? Like I told you, it felt like a damn cotton ball in my ear. And like I told you, I was telling my friends about it, and they're like, "Well, what is going on?" Like, and the day before, I felt fine. One of my friends told me that it was the the weather. And I looked at him, I said, "What did you just say?" I said, "It's the weather in my ear." I said, "No, I haven't been outside." So when I heard the day before, I was fine, right? Fine. And so I was like hearing this buzzing in my ear, and I'm like, what the hell is that shit? Because the day before I was fine. I woke up like that. And then I'm thinking,
I woke up like this.
I'm
Twitch to
like
twitch.
talking to myself. I'm like talking to myself, and I'm like, am I losing my shit, or what the hell's going on? And I
Doesn't it make
actually
you
went to,
feel like that? And I hate that feeling.
yeah, and then I went to the restroom. I took a shower. It still was there. And my friend goes, "You need to get some eye drops," which I have ear drops right here. I just haven't used it. Okay? So I have ear drops in case it would happen again. But get this, I take aspirin and it goes right away.
Huh.
Yeah, it just went away.
I
And
had to
then
take
he said,
aspirin, like I told you, when I thought I was having a heart attack. I was like, Vern, do you have any of those aspirins over there? I never take aspirin. I never take anything. Like I'll go with a headache for days before I take something, and then I'll finally break down and say, "Give me some Tylenol." I won't take ibuprofen because I believe that has connections with dementia, and Alzheimer's, and stuff. But um, I don't like medication. I don't like to put foreign things in my body unless it's for pleasure. Just kidding. But anywho's, like I felt like I was having a heart attack, and I was like telling Vern, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, "Do you have any more of those aspirin over there?" And he's like, "I think I have one, maybe two." And I took the little baby aspirins, and it helped subside whatever the heck was going on there. But then I went and bought some more baby aspirins for him because he's had a stroke. He needs to take those daily. Me, that's the one and only time I had it. And I wonder, was it something that was coming and trying to tell me something? Like when something physical happens to me, I don't know. I feel like it's not my health, but it scares the shit out of me. One time I had to crawl out of here because I felt like I was having a heart attack. And Vern's like, "I know you're not fucked up and shit because like you're here like mentally, factorially, but what the heck?" And it just
yeah,
took some time of breathing and concentrating and like trying to tap into whatever I could to get over it. It was so freaking scary.
yeah, and it's weird
Oh,
because you yeah, like, I mean, I don't know what to think because I can tell you right now, with everything we're talking about, it just blows my mind because, see, now, oh my god, are you kidding me? Hold on. Oh, I heard like a weird beep in my ear. Oh my god. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, um, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know.
Me neither.
And that just no,
And
and the
like Shirley was
energy,
saying,
yeah, the
something else, do you
freaking,
find your nose more sensitive now than before? Like not only with smells, but I'm constantly blowing my
yeah,
nose
yeah,
and
and that's
I'm
another thing.
constantly coughing stuff up. It's
And then another
like you're
thing
being
too.
attacked from every freaking angle.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like, what is it going on with our body? Something we're not aware of. Our bodies are trying to tell us something, more likely.
Mm-hmm.
But with this
Yeah.
ringing and then the weird sensation in my ear, like it's clogged up. I'm like what is going on? Like, because I usually don't feel this way, and I know what I felt, and when my mom was around, and I not once did I have these issues. But get this, since she's passed, there's been a lot of strange things happening to me. Why? Don't know. But I can tell you my perception and my sensation, my sensitivity has gone off the roof since she has passed. Does that have anything to do with my mom? I think so. But what happened?
Yeah, and it could be. And that's what I was wondering, like when my uh oh my gosh, I can't remember the word again. I have to scroll back up, but when I was having that uneasiness and stuff as far as feeling like I was on a fucking boat or something. That's when I went to bury the rest of my grandpa. And so I was like, is that my grandpa trying to communicate with me or something? But I feel like it was something else. It could have been that, but I've never really experienced that before. Like, I'll get the ringing in the ears and then I'll either see or hear something. Mostly I hear or smell or whatever. Maybe I'll see something out of the corner of my eye. But no, I didn't feel like it was my grandpa. I felt like I said, kind of like a spiritual earthquake where, how buildings collapse?
Yeah.
Like these spiritual planes are collapsing on top of each other and it's causing these weird and ill effects. I swear to God, when, during the first year when I had this tinnitus or tinnitus or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I tried to just go to sleep and I would break down crying and Vern would have to hold me and be like, man, yeah, thank you, Shirley. Yes, vertigo. And that started happening like 3 or 4 years ago, the vertigo. And it still happens occasionally, but really bad first 3 or 4 years ago. But yeah, Vern had to hold me and be like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And so I started to play videos and we went to marriage counseling and stuff. And he's like, yeah, she plays these videos and it's hard for me to sleep. So now I wear earbuds to the point where I feel like I still have earbuds in during the day. And I go to reach for them to take them out and put them away and they're not there. But yeah, I'll listen to my earbuds at night so I don't disturb him. And just recently he's like, you don't have to do that anymore. And I'm like, no, it's no worry. Like, it's a courtesy that I can do for you and I can hear it even better when it blocks out the ringing, even though I have an earbud in right now. Guess what? I'm still hearing the whole freaking time.
Yeah. And it makes you question, like what's going on? What is it that they're doing? The only thing that comes to mind, oh my god. I've been saying this too. Mind control.
Mm-hmm.
Mind
And these
control.
weapons, these sound weapons.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah,
watching
they do.
something earlier that Johnny had shared in our group, and it was like these people lined up, and there was a semi truck, and it rolled up the sides, and everybody's up there with their cell phones ready to record, and all of a sudden they start playing this music, and the bass is going out, and you can see this girl from behind, and her hair keeps like popping and stuff, and people start holding their ears and running, and they're like, this is a technology that they use to get rid of people that are picketing or protesting or whatnot. I even saw something like this at a certain concert. Man, I can't remember her name. I'm so bad with names. It's my all the timers, but everybody's sitting there listening, and then all of a sudden, it was like a wave of energy came flying through, and people just started falling down on each other. And then they picked themselves up really quick, and I'm like, are they actually testing these energy directed weapons in concerts to just see how they work? But some people were like running away from this truck, and other people were just like, yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, do these people in front that are just like continuing to jam out to this,
God, I'm getting
hard of
chills.
hearing
Oh
or
my
whatever, and they're just enjoying
god!
the bass? And then
Oh
other
my
people are
god!
like,
I'm getting
ah, and
chills.
running away. And you could, like I said, you could see
Oh my
this girl's
god!
car going boom, 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 bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum, bum.
you know what's scary? Taz, I'm gonna scare the crap out of you. You know what I think? Oh my god!
Do it.
Oh my god! I'm wanting to cry. I gotta take a deep breath.
Chris Rabba,
You know how they
breathe.
have these concerts? Yeah, I gotta breathe. Um, God, this is a theory. You know how some of the bands, when they go play performance in concert. Oh my god, I don't even know why I'm seeing this in my head. I'm wanting to cry. You know those big speakers?
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing is that before they sell them, they have a device in there before they sell them to different bands and stuff. They have a device. So when they sell them like out at Walmart or whatever, and these are big like for DJs and all this stuff, right? Why do I get a feeling that they're putting devices in everything that's electronic to throw this frequency out? I could see that happening, but we don't see it. They do it before it's even manufactured and put into the box, and before you even buy it. And
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, I'm seeing like a barcode on it. So on their end, they see all the codes because each box has a different code. So when they go on
Mm-hmm.
stage, they're connecting the wires to the music. Okay. So when they're
Yeah.
playing the music, they're not only throwing the beat of music of what they're singing their song, but they're throwing that one frequency, and it's connected to the speaker itself, not to their equipment, to the speaker itself. Now, when you told me that when you said that they had probably noticed that all these different people were just getting away from the speaker, why would they do
Yeah,
that?
a lot were, and
Why would
others
they
were just like,
run? Yeah, that's a signal through speakers. So if they're doing that, did they do that to my TV? Did they do that to my
mm-hmm.
phone? The
Oh
5G?
man, TVs. Especially if you have new ones these days, not only can they listen to you, they can watch you,
Are they doing it to headphones?
right?
In the clock? In
And
the
sending
clock?
like waves or something through there.
Yeah. How much you
Guess
bet
what?
that everything I'm
Not only
saying
that, but your internet receiver that puts out the Wi-Fi is what I heard. You're not gonna like this. When you're not even using your cell phone or anything like that, you're sleeping, minding your own business, going through your whole dream realm and everything. They're mapping out your whole place and they're sending shit into your mind. Yeah,
what?
yeah. You know how they go into your Facebook and maybe you're talking about something and you're not talking
Oh
about
my
it
god.
like while you're using your Facebook or whatever, but you still have your cell phone. And guess what? You go onto your Facebook and all of a sudden some ads pop up like that. Not only that,
Oh
but
my
your
god. I've seen
your
that too,
internet
where there's times
receiver.
where I'm talking about that. And how much you want to bet that after the show is done, everything said on your Facebook, maybe through someone else's phone, and see
Mhm.
everything you said, you get some different kind of apps and be like posts and saying, oh, talking about aliens, talking about speakers with a chip inside of it.
I just had a
I
realization
mean,
too.
if we did that and we after we're done with the show, I'm gonna go on my Facebook because now you got me thinking because
I have to say something that's really freaking me out right now. Okay, so like I said, this thing can map out your house. It could show your furniture, the people that are there, etc., etc. Then it's sending out messages and shit. When me and conversation, we only had it because the kids were gone on sleepovers.
oh my
I want to
God,
talk
it's
about
so
this in front of
bad.
the kids because, like I said, the kids came home. Floyd told Lily about World War III, and Lily's like, brother said that World War III is going to happen, and we're going to be a part of it, and blah, 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 and I'm really scared. Well, they were both gone at sleepovers, and I finally brought up to Variety, like, I'm not scared, but I think about this shit every day. Like, how can I prepare? How can I collect food? How can I do these certain things for us to be prepared for what's going to happen, which is coming? If you don't
Oh my gosh.
know, shit is happening. Shit is going to happen. Shit is coming. Shit is ugly. But we were right there by the internet server. So it's like 2 feet from both of us. Like we're in a fucking triangle with this fucking thing. That makes me wonder, like, why Facebook is blocking me today and all this other shit. Like, I didn't play any music but my intro music. Why is Facebook fucking blocking me today? On my very own account. It blocked me on We Are Paradox Media. I get that because I played music on there before, but on my very own account, I didn't even do the intro music on there. We were just talking. I don't know. I think they're trying to shut us up, trying to keep us from sharing important information that we know. I was even telling Vern about the blue roofs in Hawaii, in Hawaii that didn't burn. Even in Chile, I don't know if you heard about that too. Crazy ass fires happening there too. Guess what? Houses with blue roofs and things that are blue did not fucking burn. This shit is crazy, but this shit is really happening.
Yeah,
It's
people just
mind
think it's a
blowing.
joke. Yeah, and they think that it's a joke. They think that everything that we're
Oh,
saying is a damn joke. And now when I have read people,
do you see me laughing?
oh, that's exactly what I tell them. I said, "Do you see me laughing?" No, I'm being serious. And they're just looking at me like, "Wow, you're not laughing." I said, "No, all the stuff that I've said in the past, it's happening right
And
now."
Deep is saying this is why the immigrants are coming. And I just told her that's what we talked about earlier. That's why these Chinese people and Guatemalan people and all kinds of people from all over the world, even Africa, are coming here in hundreds of thousands. Like at this point, it's millions of people are already across our border. Guess what? The United States is going to take them into our military facility and say, hey, guess what? If you serve our military, you gain your citizenship. Guess what? Our own military, our own people will not go against us and put us under the trigger. But these people that have come into our country by the hundreds of thousands and millions will. So that's what that's all about. Diva, Eva, because that shit's scary.
It is.
I'm so glad you found us too tonight, Shirley Ann. So let me just show you this really quick, Chris, because I know, like you said, you can't see this. So this is what Diva Eva said. Yeah, they're advertising and recruiting in our countries. And like I told you, Chris, they're talking about how people in these different countries are getting this shit sent to them to where they're warping their minds to make them believe certain things. Guess what? Our government is doing this to us too. And Shirley Ann is saying, I'm so glad I found you tonight. I'm so glad you found us too, because like I said earlier, we're all meant to find each other for a reason. Life, however many lives we've had, it goes in circles. And we're each other.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, man, everything that I have said, I'm just in denial. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and guess what? They're first to go to war, but guess where the war is going to be? Here. And you know, people have been talking about civil war. Do you know how long our government has been trying to divide us? I believe it's been a long time, but I could say specifically the last 3 or 4 years. Seems like things are lining up with the tinnitus. the war, all this other shit. 3 or 4 years. Like, things are in the works. Things are happening. Like I said, our own community, people from the United States go against their own people. So guess what? They're taking all these immigrants, putting them into the military. They're special cases. Special in the point where they're going to go against us. People from here won't do that. It's all adding up, Chris, and I'm about to pee my pants. Seriously, like, this shit is scary.
Scary.
I really do have to pee.
And then the thing is that it really is scary because we never would have thought that everything we said, it would be that we would outlive it. But I'm being told we're not going to outlive everything. We're going to see some of this shit. Some of the stuff that we are saying, we are going to see it.
Seriously, and we've been saying this for years, like, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's really bad. And then COVID happened. But we still felt it. Something's coming. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's really bad. Now I feel like one of those girls, like, ice cream. Yeah. No, it's really bad. Pay attention, everyone. All right. Put your covfefe and put your grad hats on.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Donald Trump. And I'm here to educate you.
Oh my God. You know
Like,
what?
well, go pee. We can wait.
I have to put a mask on and say, they'll be knocking. Is there a guy named Chris Garcia live here by that address? No, there's nobody here by that address. Sorry. My name is Jacob.
My name is Hallowell, and I live at 44246 Hollowell Drive. Yeah, well, they can triangulate on where I'm at right now. They know where the fuck I am and who the fuck I am. Okay, let's see. Oh, shit,
That's
sorry.
funny.
I accidentally double-clicked, but it was, like, delayed. Yes! And that's awesome. Okay, so a lot of us are highly educated. A lot of us are self-educated. Like, kids these days, we're very smart, but at the same time, our schools are teaching them to memorize. So memorize shit. So you know the answers. They're not teaching. And at the same time, it's like the winners always write history is not completely true. We all know this. We all know things that we've learned throughout life. But like she said, I was even talking to Verna about this because we have somebody moving in down the road, and I'm like, have them bring it because it's clay-rich dirt. I'm like, we can make a clay kiln out there where we can make bread and stuff. We're going to need that because we're going to run out of propane. We'll always have another, but you need to learn to make bread. And I was talking about how I want to buy flour and sugar and salt and have all kinds of seasonings, but you can never have too many seasonings. Oil, baking soda, baking powder, yeast, different things you need to make certain things because you can go and buy bread and you can try to freeze it, but we ain't going to have electricity, so our freezers are going to be broken. All this shit is going to be broken. We need to learn the old ways, like how did people preserve meat back in the old days? How did people, make bread or do these different things? Like, we need to learn the old ways. We need to educate ourselves. And like I said, every time I say this stuff, I feel like you're fucking batshit crazy. But indeed, I don't think I am. I think I'm onto something, and I think that's what we need to do. Like, stock up on things, save ingredients. Like, don't just save it in your phone, but write it down because we're not going to be able to get back in our phone and be like, oh, let me look up this recipe that I made. No, you need to be able to write this stuff down to where you can refer back to it. Make some recipes. Learn how to preserve your meats. Freaking milk. It's hard, but get some goats. If you don't have cows, get some goats. One milk is as good as the other. I really prefer, I have to say, cow milk as opposed to goat milk, but and like I said, instead of using your Google Google Maps, get World Atlas. Like the other day, I was at the thrift store and I saw this guy in front of me with a World Atlas, and I'm like, fuck, he got the Atlas, and I didn't see it. Like he got it before I did. So I was like, man, I need to get one of those just in case I have to travel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really scary. You know what I've noticed? Something. Remember how I used to do all the shows and I used to go.
I know, I was going to say that earlier, but I didn't want to bring it up because if I brought it up, you might start doing it again. But Chris, you haven't been doing it the whole freaking time. I'm blown away.
And that's another thing that when I used to do shows, I used to do it a lot, and I don't know what does that mean. What does that mean with me clearing my throat? Was I being blocked?
I think that okay, used to do that. I thought maybe you have the anxiety like me. Maybe that's like one of your nervous tics.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because, like you said, like last show, I didn't notice it as much. And this show, this is the first time I've heard it. So I'm just like, my brother's growing in different ways. And I don't know. It's really weird how that happens. Like I said, I wasn't going to mention it because I felt like if I did mention it, then you'd start doing it again. So I didn't want to mention it. I'm going to go off camera really quick. I could still hear you, but keep talking. I have to go hit the head or else I might pee my pants. So no, keep talking. I'm still here. I can hear you.
Wow. Oh my god, this is so weird. I remember when I used to clear my throat, guys. What the hell is going on to me? Was I being blocked? Is my frequency at its top? Why don't I clear my throat like I used to? Can't believe it. Wow. I have no explanation for any of this stuff. And for the people that are on YouTube, if you want a reading from me, you can reach me at 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Calling from Texas, San Antonio. If you can find me on Facebook, you can check me out. Check me out on TikTok, Psychic28. You never know what you can just find. So just know that, if you can't reach me at that cell phone number I gave you guys, 210-974-3470, or reach me at TikTok Psychic28 or Gmail Garcia187blulove@gmail.com. And if you're someone of Tessa's friends or just people that have been us since day one, and the people that don't know me, check me out. And just really pay attention to what me and Tessa are doing, every month that we do the show together. And hopefully by April we won't have this issue.
Mark Zuckerberg is going off with his shenanigans.
I don't know. Scary, but true.
Yeah, just look in the chat too if you want to call in. River of Soul said they were going to call in with something, but they never did. But yeah, like there's different YouTube pages and stuff. Like all you got to do is look for old recipes or old ways of preserving things that you plant. Like I did a garden before. I haven't done it the last couple of years because of certain things and stresses, etc. But I want to do it again this year and preserve that stuff because I think it's important. And just like when I lived in Arkansas, my grandma had a cellar, and that's where she'd leave her preserves because they last longer when they're underground. It's just like I told my husband, like, we own this property now. we can dig it up and we can put a bunker. And he's like, yeah, but the really good place to build a bunker is out on the ranch. Well, I ain't too keen on the ranch, and this is my home, so I'd like to have a bunker here, and we can have a bunker out there too. The thicker the walls, the better. And I'd rather have 3 different air intakes than just one, because somebody could come along and find one and destroy it. Well, at least you have 2 or 3 backups. You got to plan ahead, because people are evil. And I hate to say that because I love people, but there are some really evil, dark people out there that just want to take advantage. And when me and Vern were talking about it last night, like, when it comes to bullets and stuff, a lot of those are selling out. Well, it's important. And I'm talking about, like, when I was pregnant, I was a single mom pregnant with my first daughter. I left her dad at 6 months pregnant. And so, like, every paycheck I'd buy diapers. Well, every paycheck now I want to buy bullets and different things like that and put those aside. Instead of going out and buying a hoopla worth of stuff, I want to slowly but surely build up. Hopefully I have enough time for that. But I also told him, like, yes, we might buy some bullets, but we need to buy things to make bullets. We need to learn how to make bullets, because the way to get them, if we get to this point of civil war and shit on our own territory, we're going to need to know how to refill those bullet shells. So that's very important too. And I have tons of seeds. Vern made fun of me because, I threw out one cabinet because the mice came in and infested everything. But for some reason, they didn't get into my seeds. So I took the seeds out and I held on to them. And he just laughed at me. And I'm like, no, this is freaking important, because Monsanto, like, not only are they taking over our crops, but they're taking over the seeds to where you could plant it one time, but it won't produce seeds and you can't grow it again. So it's very important to hold on to seeds, get as many seeds as you can. Hopefully you have some old ones. And I think the best way to preserve those is in the freezer. But yeah, like I said, it's going to come a point where we don't have a freezer or a refrigerator or a stove. So stock up on your kerosene, your propane. We've also been stocking up on our kerosene lamps and candles yet. Oh, Shirley said dry ice can preserve them. Yeah, good luck digging. Guess what? We got an excavator. Yeah, we actually have a skidster. We need an excavator. We used to have one, but heirloom seeds are good because those will grow and grow again. The new Monsanto seed time and won't grow again. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know or not, Chris, but China's been buying up properties. And it's funny because the properties they've been buying up are right next to military facilities. And then Bill Gates has also been buying property too.
Wow, that was scary. That was scary. I already gave him my number, so. But I'm glad we had it. I'm sorry I didn't get to you sooner, but it's just, my mind is just all over the damn place. But I know we can come back in April, hopefully, God willing. Just let me know when you're available for what you can give me, and then I'll mark it down. But I must have, I don't know if I even changed the calendar. I don't even look at it. It's weird. Since I've been so busy, I just don't even look at the calendar anymore, which I should, but I guess I can just get back to it because I guess my mind is so focused on I need to get this done, this done, this done, this, and this done. It's insane. Yeah. So it's a lot of process and learning to get things done. Thank you for coming, having me on, Tess.
No worries. Hold on one second.
I have to put this on the headphones.
I'm responding real quick.
Yeah, because these headphones, I don't know what's going on here, but these headphones are not, I mean, they're working, but they only work at certain times. I don't know why, but that's another thing I've noticed. These would always pair up with certain shows, and they're not doing it. Why? I don't know. Weird. Like, I don't know. And these are good headphones, so why are they not pairing up? I don't know.
I just got some new ones, and I wore them, I believe it was last week or something. But check them out. They're super cute. I love them. And they light up and stuff. But with the lights, like, they go out really quick. But you can put, like, a cord in here to use them as regular headphones. So I need to get a cord for that. But those work really good. But it's the whole Wi-Fi thing. Like, um, that that is like hit and miss recently. I don't know if you've noticed, but even for the last 3 or 4 days, my up to par. I paid for it, um, but it's been just really shitty. And Vern couldn't get on it tonight, and he's like, "Are you having internet issues?" I'm like, "Nope." But if you're reset it because I eventually will.
Yeah.
But yeah, things are just weird.
You can probably do a test run tomorrow and see if you're back up tomorrow on your Facebook, because that's crazy if you can't even get on your Facebook. I don't know. You might get a notification if you're suspended for how many days, blah blah blah. You know, but that's why I went on my phone, because I was like, you know what? For the ones that don't know, they were listening to your voice, and then I said go to my page and go to the YouTube link. So I think if anyone got through without subscribing, I think they got to see the show. But hopefully we don't have to deal with this next month, and hopefully we can get it squared away. Now
How do you square away people blocking you? Like I said, I was only supposed to be blocked on YouTube for a month. It was over 2. And as soon as I get back on YouTube, now Facebook is blocking me. So it's like I can go to Rumble or Kick. I really don't want to go there to those places. But I don't know if you listen to Russell Brand. He's one of the people that I listen to a lot, and he's so intelligent and smart. And not just about the UK, but about America and what's going on here. But yeah, it's pretty intriguing, the things that are happening in our world today. And like Russell Brand says, stay free if you can. And that's what we're trying to do. Stay free, and we need to stay together, stick together. We need to come up with a plan. And like I said, if you can, get going, whether you have to print it out or you go out and get your own book of roadmaps of America. I used to have one. I wish I still had it. I wish I would have got the way of it. These things are super important for the.
but we can keep in touch and we shall talk later. Thank you as always.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, how late were you today? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna torture you, but I really appreciate you being on. And I think if we're going with the dates, does the 6th work for you?
Yes. I'll mark it down. I'll just have to put it on my memory, because like I don't have. Yeah, I can do it right now. I don't even have a pen. Not a pen, but you said April what?
6.
You said April? Okay, I'll put that, and then I'll put it, once I get it to April, I'm gonna change it. Yeah, so we can do that, and hopefully cross our fingers that we can get the Facebook back up. And like I said, if anyone wants to reach me at 210-974-3470. Find me at Garcia187BlueLove@gmail.com. And you never know, we might just talk about something in April. See what happens.
Shirley said she didn't catch your TikTok.
TikTok is Psychic28. Psychic PSYCHIC 28. And I go on there too. I was on there earlier today. I don't remember the time. I think I was on there at 4 or something like that. So you can hit up the follow button. And I'll probably put some shows of Tessa on there. So before the shows are on, I might just tag a picture. So just keep a lookout so you guys can be reminded. So you can be ahead of time. And hopefully we don't have this issue again with me forgetting about the show. But since I've been going through a lot of stuff, it's like my mind is like this. So, but we shall.
Guess what? You weren't that late. Better late than never, I say. So you could just say fashionably late.
And thank you, Jess.
completely understand, and I was more worried than anything. So I was glad to get a hold of you.
Yep. Yeah,
Well, I love you,
happy to
Chris,
do
and I
it.
really appreciate you being on the show tonight. You guys, I would tell you, like, catch up with us on We're Paradox Media on Facebook, Four Corners Paranormal Investigations on Facebook. But right now it looks like YouTube, depending on what Facebook does. Damn, Mark Zuckerberg is messing up everything. He even real time blocked us from my own personal Facebook. So,
All right then.
did you have something to say?
No, I'm just saying keep a lookout.
I just
'cause
saw
you
you
never
post
know.
that. I thought you had something to say, but you guys take care of my use, take care of each other. Remember, that we're all in this together. Together we can make the world a bit better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. I really appreciate Shirley and Diva and River of Souls and everybody else that joined us this evening on YouTube after Facebook blocked us. Oh, also, if you don't know, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeffrey Bezos and everybody is building bunkers, so maybe we should build bunkers too, if we can afford it. Anyways, night and night, live and light, take care of my use, don't work too hard, and I'll see you back here, same time, same crazy place. Take care of my use. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Yep. I
Don't
knew
make
this
me